This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers. Certain restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. So many politicians are bought by special interests and major corporations instead of the citizens who elected them. I would not be bought. I would finance my own campaign in good faith to the voters of Illinois and promise to serve with integrity at all times. I'm asking for your support as I run for U.S. Senator in 2020.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Mike Love and the Dig!
They are Mike Love and the Dig.
Go, Mike Love, I got a question. Hey, are you ready to go down? Here we go again.
It's all about the bad boys, baby.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's up?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. This ain't 1999, man.
Yeah, man. It's Chicago famous.
Old guys now.
Oh, I'm hurt. My back.
We are back starting September 8th.
Get ready, Chicago. That's right. We are coming back on the air.
3 to 6 p.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Chicago famous.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson, and I'm running for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I will never give up on inclusion and equality, prison reform, reduced property taxes, and economic opportunity for all. I want to get to know your neighborhood and the problem that you face every day. And I want to serve every man, woman, and child in the state of Illinois. A vote for me is a vote for you.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
What's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Diz.
Sounds like Bad Boy Radio.
Yeah, but it's not Bad Boy Radio because we are now Chicago famous, but we are back on the air.
3 to 6, Monday through Friday, starting September 8th.
All right, you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody it's going down. Not only will you hear us on air, but you'll be able to see us as well, and that's all going down September 8th from 3 to 6.
What's in it for the Black People Media? Make sure you check us out.
Chicago famous.
Biggest threat to Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid, and some of our senior citizens live off $3 a week for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy over policy and limit and costs. Drug prices require decision between food and Medicaid. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. So many politicians are bought by special interests and major corporations instead of the citizens who elected them. I would not be bought. I would finance my own campaign in good faith to the voters of Illinois and promise to serve with integrity at all times. I'm asking for your support as I run for U.S. Senator in 2020.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers. Certain restrictions apply.
On yesterday's installment of On the Soil, we talked about the first place White Sox and Cubs.
We also talked with our boy Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic about those Bulls, man.
And we paid tribute to John Thompson, Cliff Robinson, and Chadwick Boseman.
Make sure you tune in, continue to rock with the bigs. You are On the Soil. What's in it for the Black People Media?
Is it really a good idea to have the same senator for 3 generations? I support term limit for all elected officials. Our senators need to bring home growth for our business community, jobs, housing, service for our senior citizens, and health care. We need new ideas and new approach to federal representation. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington, D.C. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
I know you're gonna dig this.
They are Mike Love and the Dig.
Go, Mike Love, I got a question. Hey, are you ready to go down? Here we go again.
It's all about the bad boys, baby.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike Love
Hey, what's up? It's Diz.
of Bad Boy Radio. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. This ain't 1999, man.
Yeah, man, it's Chicago famous. Say what?
Old guys now.
Oh, I'm hurt. My back.
We are back starting September 8th,
Get ready, Chicago. That's right. We are coming back on the air.
3 to 6 p.m. on What's in it for the Black People Media.
Chicago famous.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. In my life, I've gone from cotton field to corporate boardroom. I've seen great success and walked many roads. I know how it feels not to have. I'm asking you to vote for me for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I can do the work that few others may understand. A vote for me is a step in the right direction for our state and our country.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
What's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Diz.
Sounds like Bad Boy Radio.
Yeah, but it's not Bad Boy Radio because we are now Chicago famous, but we are back on the air.
3 to 6, Monday through Friday, starting September 8th.
All right, you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody it's going down. Not only will you hear us on air, but you'll be able to see us as well, and that's all going down September 8th from 3 to 6.
What's in it for the Black People Media? Make sure you check us out.
Chicago famous.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in it for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Looking at this generation feeling hopeless. Looking across my shoulder. You know you can fly.
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Todd, how you feeling this morning, man?
Cold.
Cold.
It's winter.
Why you feel like it's cold in winter, man? You got to...
Man, it was like, what was it this morning? Like 63?
I'm with you, Todd.
It was a little nippy outside. You know, I got dressed. And the challenge, I tell you all the time, the challenge about getting dressed in the dark without looking at the weather forecast is the fact that I get in the car in the garage, and then it's only when I get out to get my coffee do I realize that I may be underdressed for the weather. And then on top of it, today it's like I got the air. They you know, we trying to do some things around here. And so last night the Okamak Construction was in here, and you know they left the air conditioning on.
Oh.
So it's a little, you know, usually we start off a little hot and then we come in. But you know what? Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's like magic happening right now. You see this walls? Like, in just next week, we're going to be over there on that side of the wall. And Sonia going to be on this side of the wall. And everything is going to work. And it's going to be just magical. I'm like, and look, we got like a professional painter and everything. Look at this.
And she a black woman.
We're all white, just like in the movies.
So could I point out something? Can I just say that the reconstruction of the maze, the what's in it for the black people studios was almost done completely by black women? Like black women in construction and the trades. I'm like, and right now, it's like I never could have primed the wall. See, I don't have the patience to prime. And I learned something yesterday. I learned that if you don't prime the wall, I know this y'all like, what the heck is going on?
School me, man.
A sister taught me yesterday that if you don't prime the wall, then your paint will just peel off like it's rubber.
So paint plus primer don't work?
No, paint plus primer is how it works. And I used to, you know what? I bet you if you took this black wall right here, this on this side, if you peel, you could peel the whole wall. You could literally just take one piece of it like a kid. Anyway, look, y'all, it is the Maze Jackson Show. It's a Friday. As you can tell, we are going to be a little bit off script. We got a lot going on today. So I'm going to just tell you, Todd got federal agents coming in, but he don't know which agency. So I had to tell my cousin he couldn't come because Todd said the Drug Administration. I said, now that could be the USDA or that could be the DEA. My cousin was like, he ain't taking no chances. He was like, he don't know because it's the Fed. Then, let me tell y'all what, we got who I think we should start a campaign to make him the Poet Laureate of Chicago. I mean, not of Chicago, of Illinois.
Who that?
Jay Ivey. Jay Ivey will be in studio with us today. I told him he had to wear a mask because he can't contaminate our universe. But
I was thinking I may have to go downstairs in the break and get my mask.
I think we're gonna make all of our guests. They'll just wear their masks. But Jay Ivey will be in the building as well. I think y'all look then next week. Woo. I'm just telling you, it's epic things going on around here. All right, so Todd, I said what's up to you, Ruthie Moore. You are back in the building, back on the map. What's up?
Ruthie, now that you're making so much money, let's put some money together. We'll give Maze $50 and he can name the studio after us.
Ooh, can we get naming rights?
Oh, you know what? I'm
$50 to get you a quarter-inch.
I'm doing good it's Friday, right?
Yes, it is.
I live for Fridays because I ain't got to get up so early on the.
I still get up.
Y'all don't love it.
Yeah.
Y'all, the wake up bug don't just be like, hey Ruthie, psst. I know you're trying to sleep, but it is like you haven't.
No, you know what I hear?
That
in my
happens
dreams?
to me. That's my cat.
I hear Maze's voice. Ruthie, move! That's my alarm clock. It must be time. You know what actually motivates me to get up?
What?
I say, you know what? Maze already up at the studio. Let me get up. Let me get up so Maze don't be like, you're late. Todd must be rubbing off on you.
You know how you got
I revel in Maze saying that stuff.
Let me tell y'all. I'm going to tell you, I just know this. I don't think I could do it without either one of you, so I am thankful for you all being on this journey. All right, let's say what's up to the musical conductor of the Soul Plane, Miss Sonia Escobar. Sonia, how you feeling this morning?
What's up? I'm excited. You know, I'm getting these fumes back here.
I was like, that's probably one of the bad effects of.
I was like, ooh, my body finna.
May have to open that door at some point.
The door is open.
Oh, is it?
I heard there's a different door. Now, are you if you're not, you can step out and put it on autopilot. You know
what's
what
ain't no wrong with a little huffing.
No, that's for white kids.
There you go. Tell the truth. That's that kankakee. That's when Pembroke go to Pembroke. They be like, all we got around here is just a little less paint. All right, y'all. Well, let's do this. Let's get this thing up and away, 60,000 feet. This is the Maze Jackson Show. All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all what. I talked to last night, Joe Biden. Speaking of planes, he landed in Kenosha. Hey man, I saw a plane. Man, Joe Biden's plane is fresh in the mud.
I'm not shocked.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
What I am shocked is that Kenosha has a runway long enough to have a plane.
Well, you know what? I wonder. You'd be surprised at what runways these little towns have to be able to take care of. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Joe Biden went to Kenosha, Wisconsin yesterday. They said people turned out it was a little bit different than President Trump when he went into town. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Also, last night, y'all, I had a chance to compete in a new game that I think I might be trying to bring to the network. It was I played a Zoom game show called Trap Wars last night. It was actually moderated by our own Herb Howard, and it was pretty cool. It was sponsored by Black Moji, and it was like Black History trivia. It was like Black History taboo mixed with Black Greek challenges and a timer. It was really cool. I had a good time last night. The innovation of Black folks in this COVID, I think it's gonna be some new millionaires made. Trust me when I tell you. I think we all gonna be in that crew. All right, y'all. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back after these messages.
Today's world requires first-hand knowledge of real international working. As a successful international businessman, I have achieved many goals and made many business friends abroad. International business can rebuild the middle class by creating the infrastructure to support small businesses through economic development funds and international expansion. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me. Send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers. Certain restrictions apply.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Mike Love and the Dig.
Yeah, Mike Love and the Dig.
Go, Mike Love. I got a question. Hey, are you ready to go down? Here we go again.
It's all about the bad boys, baby.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's up? It's Diz.
Of Bad Boy Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. This ain't 1999, man.
Yeah, man. It's Chicago famous.
Say what? We're old guys now.
Oh, I'm hurt. My back.
We are back starting September 8th.
Get ready, Chicago. That's right. We are coming back on the air.
3 to 6 p.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Chicago famous.
WIIFTBP. I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's in It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd, Stroger, as well as Miss Ruthie Moore. Let me tell y'all what. What's in it for the Black People Media is blowing up. Boom! Ruthie, you was gone. No, I'm telling you, like, boom. It's like, pow. Did you know Salim joined the team while you was gone?
That quick. I know he was filling in.
Now Salim, last week he was a guest. I think he came through and was like, oh.
That was a test
run.
He
was like, he co-hosted on, I'm not going to really say the name of I Said What I Said. Because we're not going to say I said what I said on air because we don't want them to get any extra.
Where's Salim going to be at?
Salim is going to be he's going to be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 11 to 1. Yeah. And then he's going to offset Mike Brown.
Oh,
and Trigger, but I'm trying to put something together with Mike Brown. What do you think about Mike Brown with a black woman? Not really, like a comedian.
Oh, that's good, Maze.
See, I'm telling you. The mad scientist is over here trying to do some crazy. I think I gotta.
Plotting.
Could you? Plotting. But you know what I'm saying? Like you like Mike Brown. And if you don't, right? Like, can you imagine like the conversations that could occur? All right. Also, man, y'all
need an un-Esther type for him.
No, not an Aunt Esther. I think like a modern black woman that's a mom with kids.
Who like guns, right?
Who likes guns?
Well, let's see. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to try and put that together. All right, let me go through this. Did you all see the murder of Daniel Prude? The black man who was running naked through the streets of Rochester, New York. He was having a mental health episode. They put a bag over his head, and then after they had the bag over his head and had him naked in the street.
Well, he was already naked, I guess.
Right, but he was naked in the street. They put a bag over his head and then killed him. Because they said he was.
I thought the bag over his head is what killed him.
No, they leaned in.
I mean, even though that would still be them doing it.
They leaned in on him.
A lack of air, right?
Yeah, he asphyxiated, actually.
Asphyxiation.
So, yeah.
Speaking of that, you know what?
I saw that in the verdict.
I was going to tell. Did y'all see the story about I'm not even going to talk about that story. Never mind. I'm not even doing it. I think, so the police got relieved of their duty, but they still get paid. It's like you get paid to kill black people. Like Black Death is profitable. I'm just telling you. I know.
And I mean, generally, if somebody is naked in the street, you kind of know that they're having a mental health crisis. And so what happened to the de-escalation training?
That or they jumped out the window.
Got caught up. They got caught up.
I had to go, dog. Right?
Yeah.
You saw the Biggie. You heard the Biggie song, right?
You say, I was creeping, but I had to play crazy.
Right. You got to do something. Look, that's crazy. Did you see the mayor back at it? She couldn't even help herself.
What you do?
You ain't see her snap off on Trump. We will smash you to pieces because who do you think you are, Emperor, President Trump? And she was at it. She she was like, it's going. I told you she can't be kind of gentler. I can't wait for the next time Ray Lopez points something out.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, excuse me, Madam Mayor. Did you see that the downtown is burning again? She gonna be like, you're stupid, you idiot.
Cut his mic.
I don't think she can help it. I just think that I think she thinks she's in the courtroom at a closing argument every damn time she gets in front of the mic. And it's like, regardless of what you can or cannot do, it's just off the chain.
I know she feel like she's defending the honor of democracy.
She needs to defend Chicago. How about that?
Except when you ask questions.
Defend Chicago. How about that? That's what we elected you for. I just want to point something out that we are making the distinction. Did you see that in the Kenosha? We saw Black Lives of Kenosha, which was black. They were not Black Lives Matter that was marching, but the paper kept reporting Black Lives Matter.
Oh, really?
Right? Like,
that's the only thing they know now.
No, that's the hijacking of our movement. So the peaceful protesters, right, who were literally peaceful protesters like Justin Blake, Jacob, the uncle of Jacob Blake, and a lot of people that were with them from Kenosha. Black people know we ain't rocking that BLM, right? It's almost funny because I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, they wanted me to get them a Black Lives Matter sign, and I was like, I can't get you a Black Lives Matter sign. I can get you a What's in it for the Black People sign, but I can't get you a Black Lives Matter sign. And they was like, well, I really want that sign, and I was like, well, I really don't do that, right? And it was like, I don't do Black Lives Matter, and I know it's cool, and I know it, but that is almost an antithesis of who we are, right? But they wanted the brand, not necessarily the people with the brand.
It's kind of like we make the distinction between the movement Black Lives Matter and then the organization.
Bingo.
I got you, Maze.
But the Black Lives Matter has established the brand, right? So when the paper writes to get to the point, they just want to say Black Lives Matter, right? And if you looked at the shirts, I think you should look at it in the Tribune. I thought it was just interesting to check out. All right, okay. Last night we were watching this. Did you see there were 30 million migrating birds across the state of Illinois over the
saw that
next 2 days?
And they were talking about like half of them are going to die.
Did they say half?
Why they gonna die?
Okay, maybe
No, you exaggerate.
Yeah,
However, they did tell us to turn our lights off.
But because she did say a lot of them are going to die because they're going to run into buildings and stuff.
Run into buildings and crash because they see lights and they like, we got to go see it.
What kind of birds?
All types of birds. Like it's the migration the Great Southern Migration. So 110,000, no, it was like 120,000 birds flew through Chicago last night.
I hope they don't be pooping everywhere.
Man, I think. Oh,
if they didn't get you, if they didn't get you this morning, you're all right.
right. Did you see the not the black alderman? The alderman stalled the O'Hare expansion in the cargo area because of a lack of black contracting.
Come on,
diversity, not black, diversity.
Oh, diversity, of course.
Diversity. Yeah. Somebody.
If you said black, then some judges say you can't say that. So,
bust what the judge say. Bust what the judge say. All right.
See, that's why if you have Trump in, you can say bust what the judge say, but when the judge says it, everything stops.
I'm with you. What did I get? The budget hearings. Did you see they're having these online budget briefings?
Dang. You know, I used to try to stop down there and get a meal every once in a while.
No.
Ruthie, you just don't know, girl.
No, not that budget hearing.
Oh.
No, the budget. They're doing it online. You know, like how they do budget town halls.
The
right.
Town hall. Yeah,
so the town halls are going on right now.
What, they want suggestions?
Huh?
They want suggestions on how to like plug the hole.
Yeah, we're gonna do that today. We're going to do that a little bit later. We're going to suggest some.
For free?
Yeah, because here's the deal. The mayor said that they got a plan. The mayor's team said they got a plan to fix the budget without any federal help.
You're right. I got some ideas too, Maze.
I got some ideas too. I mean, like, you know what it starts with?
Are any of them legal?
Get a gun. Yeah, get a gun and be ready to get ready to go hunting in your neighborhood. If they could
defend your own.
Oh Lord.
Well, you mean hunting for some of these birds that's coming through?
Right.
Man, that's why they only through here. You know, the birds out of here in a day. They like 2 days. We gotta get everybody through. Come on. Nah, we not stopping in Chicago. We know how that go.
Right. They're like, it's dangerous down there.
Right.
How about this? Batman got the dang on coronavirus. Did you see that?
Yeah.
How and it's the Batman. How about that? The Batman.
But he's over in the UK, right?
Huh?
They're filming over there.
That's whatever it is. Batman got the. Well, you know they used
Michael
to.
Keaton.
No.
No.
I don't know which Batman. I don't know.
It's
like
the new Batman, whose name I don't really know because I've never seen him before.
Right. They said that the mayor's office is so desperate for money that they are now talking about making a temporary casino. A temporary casino.
Well, you know, they did that in New Orleans with that Harris casino, the big one.
Oh, the Harris right there. I know that Harris.
Yeah, there was a temporary one before they
put that up. I'm just telling y'all now. I swear to God, we don't get no cut. Oh, you know what? Speaking of cut, did y'all see the cannabis thing? Did y'all see?
Oh, the new one up in Skokie?
No. They picked out of 1,167 applications. Was that the number? Out of 1,167 applications, 21 companies now qualify for 75 licenses.
Mm-hmm.
Of the
what's funny about that is it's not funny, but
funny.
Everybody was like,
"Ha, very funny, Mom."
Everybody was like, "No, the governor said that all these people put in all these applications and they all fall."
And think about this though: out of 1,167 applications, I think it's 1167. Only two out of the. Remember that Black Cannabis Operations Group that had 200 and some people? Mm-hmm. They only got 2. 2 out of 200 out of the Black Collective. 21 companies. A majority of them qualified just because they lived in gentrifying areas.
So there's still. This is a question. So the money, I forgot what they call that. Is that part over where you have to show you have enough money to keep moving?
No, now that's the next step.
That's the next step.
These are the people that qualify. So we'll talk about it. We're gonna have a whole conversation about this because the reality is, we just got
rolled up and smoked.
No.
Ruthie, what kind of trip you make yesterday?
We got you know what? We're gonna talk about this when we come back because it really is a shame. It really is, and it's like. I just think it's a travesty, and I think there needs to be a price to pay. Let's talk about it when we come back.
The The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
Yesterday's installment of On the Soil, we talked about the first place White Sox and Cubs.
We also talked with our boy Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic about those Bulls, man.
And we paid tribute to John Thompson, Cliff Robinson, and Chadwick Boseman.
Make sure you tune in, continue to rock with the bigs. You are On the Soil. What's in it for the Black People Media?
Today's world requires first-hand knowledge of real international working. As a successful international businessman, I have achieved many goals and made many business friends abroad. International business can rebuild the middle class by creating the infrastructure to support small businesses through economic development funds and international expansion. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me. Send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
And you can tell them, Maze said, we want to know what's in it for the black people.
WIIFTBP.
I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's in it for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Miss Ruthie Moore is back in the building, y'all. We are doing our thing. I'm gonna tell y'all. So the inspiration for today's social media question of the day, Sonia, you got the social media question of the day, big voice. Find that for me. Run that in there too. I'm feeling kind of official. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, on Monday, y'all going to be like, he acting funny. On Tuesday, y'all going to be like, for real? Because I'm telling you, like this how, y'all, do y'all understand?
Isn't Monday the celebration of Labor Day?
we got to work?
Maze. We ain't marching protest for the labor movement.
I might be DJ.
Ain't you our union rep?
Hold on. We need to talk to Tennille. I don't remember this being a part of the onboarding.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like, great. Let's do this.
Oh, God. Man.
We get overtime, though, right? We get overtime paid, though, right?
Multiply what you're making now. time and a half. And then.
Minus benefits.
Right. Put that times time and a half.
It's a complicated formula, ain't it?
Boy, this what's in it for the black people. Boy, it be your own people that do you in, Todd.
Always.
You gotta have hope, Ruthie.
Yeah.
There's a study on hope and
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Can we have mimosas on Monday?
Yeah, we can have one.
Right.
Yeah, we can have mimosas. We can have brownies. We can have barbecue. We can have smoke out. Y'all can have
you going
breakfast.
up to that place that Sonia was talking about in Skokie? It sounds like, huh?
No, you know what? But y'all know what? If y'all, I'm not really telling you. I'm just saying we could probably have one of the largest audiences ever, just because everybody will be home. But
look,
I mean,
to
y'all
Neil.
don't,
Oh, Maze, let him off. was like, wait a minute now.
That's really what got me thinking about it. Like, so we need to think. Let's talk about it. We can talk about it. I mean, obviously, you know.
I'm kidding. I ain't got nowhere to go.
Hey, I'm all for my regular. So we could do an after show if necessary.
Okay. You know what?
We gotta make it up to the people.
We can't do no after show. We had a rough week at the beginning. But I'm gonna tell you, I want to encourage you. I was listening to something Mike Love put out yesterday. The DJ, it was Joe Budden talking about like what we're doing here. He's done the same thing times 300,000. But he was talking about black creators creating and realizing that we own our own format, and like realistically we can get into the universe, and you don't. And about the aggregate. It was a really thing.
He's leaving Spotify. That's a really big deal.
Well, that's the whole thing, and they were calling him stupid for leaving Spotify, and he was like, look, bro. He's like, my numbers are. I built this thing. I created
number
this
17
space. Right
on Spotify.
Think about that. Number 7, and he said, I'm taking my talents to myself. He was like, Michelle Obama signed with Apple or somebody or some crazy company, Audible, who could pay for it. And he's like, just think about if he could have had, if people would bet on herself. Michelle Obama's gonna sell no matter what, right? So she could have made and had an equity piece, right? And that's essentially, man, it was motivating to know that, like, he was like, it's a Black King conversation. Somebody was saying you need to take the job. And he was like, look, Black King, I've been down that road. There's oppression down that road. I'm coming back from that road telling you we can do our own thing together.
Fear, man.
Man,
if I was a millionaire, I'd give out free copies of Up to Freedom.
Up to Freedom?
That's Booker T. Washington's.
Oh, yeah.
You say Booker T name probably at least like 3 times a week.
It's been appropriate lately.
What?
It's always appropriate. We just seem to forget that we are important to each other.
I agree to a lot with that. All right, so let me get to my social media question today, because it really, I was watching. Oh, come on, play the clip.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
All right, Sonia, with the effects.
No, Sonia, Sonia a beast, right? She be coming back with the. I was like, Madam Program Director. She was like, I got that. I was like, I want to sound like she was like a radio station. She was like, that's why I'm the program director, right? It's funny when you see these people coming in here. She'd be like, could you let me see your show, let me see your rundown. Like, it's really like, y'all, we got something happening. I'm telling you, I could feel it. I'm just telling you.
Everybody's a part of it, and you're watching the growth, which is really, really beautiful, guys.
And I feel like when we finish this is gonna be historic in here.
People don't understand. The day before our first live broadcast, Ruthie, Mays, and I were right here until about almost 10 o'clock.
I wasn't here.
No, you were not.
No, we know.
I was sleeping.
We know.
We know Todd.
We're getting ready for it. You're the star. I mean,
Todd, you be sleeping on the show. So what you mean? We knew you was asleep.
Hey, I'm going to talk to my union rep after the show today.
Internal research.
About having some fruit and like apple juice at the beginning of the day. What do you think, Ruthie?
I'm with you. Because Maze did. Maze said we're going to have coffee.
You know what? I'm going to tell y'all what.
Available down the street, yes.
No, you know what? If you tell me what kind of coffee you like, I will make sure it's here.
I like the kind of coffee that I don't drink, so I don't drink coffee.
I like that Colombian.
If y'all want some, you know what?
Colombian.
You know what? We're gonna get it all together. I'm telling you, I feel like somebody is gonna sponsor our coffee soon. I feel like one day y'all gonna walk in here and it's gonna be steel cups full of coffee and whatever you want. Like, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, maybe we can get like Tracy Powell to sponsor it. You know, he's got a coffee shop.
So, Todd, this is what we're going to do. Yeah, that's all right. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let me get to my social media question today. Play a big voice again. One more time for me. One more time for the people, because I feel really official today. And I'm feeling some kind of way this Friday. You know, J. Ivy is like a star. You ready? Let's go.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
All right. The social media question of the day was inspired by a couple things. First, it was inspired by Joe Biden, who went to Kenosha to
K-Town.
Visit as compared to KKK Town.
I grew up in K-Town.
But it was inspired by Joe Biden, who I actually found a little bit inspirational, by saying that this was a chance for a real awakening. Now, I really got to say, what does that mean? I mean, I was like, come on, Joe. Then I was like, hold it. Hold it. Is he about to get me with those words? Is he about to get me with the emotional appeal? And I was like, nah, what exactly does that mean? What exactly does a chance for real awakening mean? And then I doubled down. What really got me decided to ask this question was the cannabis. And we're going to talk about it in a minute. We're going to talk about that at 7 o'clock. But it got me to thinking because I was thinking about since George Floyd died, was murdered, what have been the tangible outcomes of all of this mayhem? Like for black people, right? And I don't want to be negative. And let me do this, because you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to open the phone lines. So Sonia, let's open up the phone. I'm going to open up the phone lines as well. But I want you to tell me realistically, y'all, like, what have been the tangible outcomes of the George Floyd murder? Now, I was doubly perturbed because I watched us allow the governor and all of these black politicians get in front of cameras and cry. We allowed them to raise the Black Power fist, right? We bought it all. We really did. But like at the end of the day, and I mean, we saw fiery speeches and
shirts and
I mean, think about, but what really have been the tangible outcomes from the George Floyd murder? I think that you would have thought that because of the George Floyd murder, we would have had, there would have been no way we could have not got the cannabis licenses. I would have thought that because of the murder of George Floyd, that we wouldn't see a Jacob, right, Blake. I mean, this happened after. I would have thought because of the murder of George Floyd and all of the black people would have passed some piece of significant legislation. I would have thought because of the murder of George Floyd that when the Black Caucus unveiled their black agenda, they would have chosen a black attorney. We would not have had a white person on the stage. I want to know what has fundamentally changed or been done, right? Since give me a tangible outcome. I mean, for black people, not black.
So no statues. Okay.
That's okay. Let's say we got rid of the Columbus statue. There we go.
Yay!
Congrats. Yeah, you won.
Looking at social, Salim said we got Black Lives Matter insignia in the NBA.
Think about that. Just think about that. That is exactly my point. What have been the tangible outcomes of the George, and who has benefited? Because I would beg to tell you that the people that benefit the most from the murder of George Floyd may be Joe Biden and Donald Trump. When you think about it, if Donald Trump is reelected, a significant component of it will be because of the George Floyd murder. and the outcome and the need for law and order. Right now, if what I say is what I think is true when it comes to black turnout, if Joe Biden wins, it will be because of an inspired black turnout and white ladies feeling like they ain't prejudiced. So I just want y'all to tell me right now, what are the tangible outcomes from all of what has happened in the George Floyd murder?
You know, the key words you're using, like tangible, that makes it a little bit more tough for me to come up with something. Because I don't know if we got actual tangible things. We got a lot of symbolism, though. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of the symbolism, I mean, I saw Black Lives Matter on every website I went to. I couldn't even buy an Amazon product without them putting a Black Lives Matter statement on the homepage.
Right. That's right.
I mean, we got a lot of statements and a whole lot of T-shirts. And
where I buy my clothes online.
Can I do this real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Can I put up a number? Can I give you the number 872-259-7474? The phone lines are open, and I want to talk to you. 872-259-7474. I feel like, I mean, I was really, like, I'm going to tell you. You know, sometimes I get to watching the news and listening, and I start feeling emotional. Mm-hmm. And then them dang on cannabis license thing came out. And just think. They said 21 people qualified because they lived in a social equity area. Basically, the white guys lived in areas where they removed black people from. Right. And they benefited from it. Give us a call. 872-259-74. Right. 7474. Like, what have really been the tangible outcomes? Like, I mean, when I ask you, remember when I was telling y'all, like, we should not let this moment get by us? We should have a black legislative session. We should, nothing. Now, I'm not going to say nothing. I want you to tell me. 872-259-7474. Sonia, let's go to, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we will, when we come back, we will take the calls. We'll be right back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers. Certain restrictions apply.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
WIIFTBP. I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's In It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. We are live on What's In It for the Black People Radio, WBGX 1570 AM. Give us a call, 872-259-7474, 7474 if you're on 63rd Street. You know what I'm saying? Hey, speaking of 63rd Street, I need to send a big shout out to our guy, Andre Smith. He caught the vid. He caught the vid. He told me he was in hospital. Said he almost passed. That vid ain't no joke. So let's send our shouts out and our prayers out to our guy, Andre Smith. But I'm asking this social media question of the day. Byron, call back, man. Todd want to talk to you. I see you hung up. You don't gotta be scared. Just say hi to him.
Yeah, don't be scared.
Don't be scared. You ain't gotta be
scared.
Look at Todd hitting his Nelly. All right, y'all. So the question: what have been the tangible outcomes of the George Floyd murder? I'm gonna go to the phone lines, and then after I go to the phone lines, I'm gonna come back to y'all. Let's start with is it Cedric? Cedric, you're on the Maze Jackson show.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Maze and Todd. How you guys doing this morning?
All right. Did you forget Ruthie? Don't forget Ruthie and Sonia.
Good morning, Ruthie. Hey. I just tuned in. I heard you say you opened the phone lines. I didn't know she was in today or not. She a busy. She a busy woman. Ruthie got clout, so you gotta let us know when she in or not. You know what I mean?
Right. Ruthie be coming in like, y'all been by my check. Who been messing with my check?
She come in when she feels like it seems right,
Ruthie be making that chop. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, you know what we got? What tangibles we got from the George Floyd murder?
What?
We got some Prada and some Gucci and some Fendi and Lamborghinis and all that. Because, they pulled the trigger and, they went ahead and looted the stores and looted the communities. And, we didn't get nothing from the government, I'll tell you that much.
I didn't even get none of that, though. I didn't even get none of that.
Right.
I mean, go ahead. So you
like
saying that was our reparation?
Yeah. Remember the girl at the podium said, "This is our reparations, the Gucci and all that stuff for our body." You know what I'm saying? We didn't get nothing, man.
You know what, Cedric? But you know what? That makes her point make just a little sense. Not all of it, but just a little. Because I think by this time, you know what that's like? I'm going to tell y'all. Okay, thanks, Cedric. I appreciate you calling, man. Let me tell you how that reminds me of, okay, this isn't me. I didn't do this. But this used to happen, at the end of a fight, you was leaving out the fight and say it was still going on, and you get out. And then somebody would just pick up a chair and just throw a random chair into the fight.
Oh, yeah.
And then you be like, could you imagine?
Isn't that what got AI in real trouble?
No, that's not what got it. Racism got AI in real trouble.
Okay. Yeah. That fight where he threw the chair didn't matter. Okay. But anyway.
White supremacy.
I'm just saying,
You're right, Maze. It ain't turned up into a chair. It's thrown through the air.
And if it don't fold, it hurts.
I feel like all I'm saying is, are we the suckers because we didn't loot? I'm just saying.
Listen, me and my sister had a debate for about 2 weeks because I said, we need to go get us some stuff. My sister said no, but I want a Tempur-Pedic mattress so bad.
Hey, y'all, they stole it from
Can you see Ruthie and her sister that mattress weighing them down?
Yeah, we saw the people do it at 54th and Wentworth. They pulled up and got them a mattress.
I think the second day, because while they were cleaning up the jewels, the looters came back while they were cleaning the store and got some more food.
They was walking.
Listen, mango's expensive.
The Sunday after the loot, I was in Chatham. I rolled over there to that Walmart over on 83rd and Low. Do y'all know it was people out there with bags of soil, rakes? I thought they were people cleaning up the store. He said, y'all need some dirt. I said, no, we good.
He giving it away.
We good.
They opened up the store they damn self. Yeah. They opened up your store. They was like, we are the lawn and garden department now. All right, y'all, let me take the next call. This is my man, Frank. Frank, man, where you been, man? I know I ain't had the phone lines on. Frank, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling you. I'm feeling Todd. I'm feeling Ruthie and Sonia. How y'all doing today? Good morning to you all, my brother and sisters.
Good morning.
Hey, thanks for having the phone guys back open. But man, Jackson, as my brother, as intelligent as you are, which is why I have great respect for you, I'm gonna pretty much take this almost as a rhetorical question, because good and darn well, since the George Floyd murder, we have got a lot of intangible things. Okay, starting with the total unity in the move and behind this movement and the support, especially coming from my athletes and entertainers, with no pushback from the owners. Okay, we got big businesses stepping up in support of Black Lives Matter. We got a professional football head of Roger Goodell totally said he was wrong. Okay, as far as the cops still killing. See, they will. This is their way of affecting the brown of America. They're going to keep on doing it until we get consistent, true sentences on them. I'm talking about like life sentencing. That's the only thing going to start. So that's going to have to come down through legislation. Okay, I think another challenge thing we got, different cities all across America are taking basically immediate actions against police officers for misconduct. We might have to start state by state on a local level to make sure that these cops are punished, then push it nationally. We get Joe Biden in there, we keep the House and get the Senate, then we'll see the kind of change that made that you're talking about. But I think big business is one of the biggest things we can say tangible, you know what I'm saying, that the black people have gotten. The eyes are open, and the movement is not dying down.
You know what, Frank? I'm going to tell you what. I think that you gave us a great list, and I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. That was some good stuff. However, I will say that I feel like the business, Black Lives Matter is easy marketing for business. Mm-hmm. We've created a new lane for them to open up and sell. So if the NBA has Black Lives Matter on the court and it's not Black Lives Matter, right? Are we selling a false narrative, and have we let them get away with it? You know what? Look, I lost the call. I think somebody went away. All right. So what you think about Frank's list?
Frank made some good points. I hadn't thought about it, but he's absolutely correct. You're going to see some things come out of this, like the basketball players didn't just stop. They actually talked to the owners, so something's going to be done through their group. The NFL's not going to be left behind. So yeah, he's right. There's some things that are going to spring out of it. I don't know what they are. I don't know how effective they'll be. But
you know what, Todd? Somebody wants to talk to you. What's up, Byron? Byron? Hello? Byron got scared again. He like, I ain't messing with Todd no more. All right, y'all. Look, I'm going to just tell you, though, Black Lives, I think there will be outcomes, but I want to know, you know me, what's the economic outcomes and who will benefit from it, right? I think Black Death is profitable. I think that the George Floyd murder will probably be what makes the next president, one way or the other. I think that will be the linchpin through which we view this. When we come back, I got to talk about this cannabis thing. I want y'all to read the story while y'all online, while y'all break. But 1,167 licenses. 21 companies will be dividing those up to create 75 new cannabis dispensaries. Y'all, and then they're going to study it. I was like, what is the study? Which lubricant to use next time? We have been totally...
That went right over Ruthie's head.
As it should.
Yes,
it's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
On yesterday's installment of On the Soil, we talked about the first place White Sox and Cubs.
We also talked with our boy Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic about those Bulls, man.
And we paid tribute to John Thompson, Cliff Robinson, and Chadwick Boseman.
Make sure you tune in, continue to rock with the bigs. You are On the Soil. What's in it for the Black People Media?
WIIFTBP.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Mike Love and the Dig.
Go, Mike Love, I got a question. Hey, are you ready to go down? Here we go again.
It's all about the bad boys, baby.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's up? It's Diz.
Of Bad Boy Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. This ain't 1999, man.
Yeah, man. It's Chicago famous.
Say what? Old guys now.
Oh, I'm hurt. My back.
We are back starting September 8th.
Get ready, Chicago. That's right. We are coming back on the air.
3 to 6 p.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Chicago famous.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson, and I'm running for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I will never give up on inclusion and equality, prison reform, reduced property taxes, and economic opportunity for all. I want to get to know your neighborhood and the problem that you face every day. And I want to serve every man, woman, and child in the state of Illinois. A vote for me is a vote for you.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
WIIFTBP. Looking at this general.
You know you can fly. Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. It's 7:05. That means you got 55 minutes to get there. If you got to be there at 8. If you got to get up at 8, you got 55 minutes. 54 now. Nope, still 55. Let me tell y'all what. It's a little nippy outside. They say the high is going to be 85. The low is 60. But right,
85?
That's what Apple say.
Oh, that's pretty warm.
That's what Apple say. That's why you're going to have to take that purple and gold sweatshirt off. You don't let the Q's see you.
The bros.
I don't care nothing about no Q's.
Todd just be stacking them up. Todd gonna come outside one day. It's gonna be like
50 people out there. What you say about the Q's?
All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. All right. So, look, wait. Do I have a call? Let me see who is this on the phone line, because I think it's Byron trying to get through, but I'm not exactly sure who it is. Hey, caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show? Hello? Caller? Who's... What? Okay,
y'all better quit playing on the phone line.
You better stop playing on the phone. I'm going to tell your number outside in a minute.
Shoot, your mama catch you playing on the phone?
Do y'all still got house phones?
My grandma does.
No.
The same number for like 30 years. The only number I know. When I get locked.
My uncle Amos still has a rotary phone.
No.
Ooh. Yes, and it works.
And it works?
That bad boy worked like
they made my mother get rid of the rotary phone because they said we couldn't.
This in Indiana. Marion, Indiana. No,
well, that's still,
coming in.
Yeah, that's still 1860.
Man, bro. Man, Charlie. The good old days, kind of. I'm going to tell you. It's crazy. All right, look, let's go to what is going on here with the peoples It need cameras. It need pictures. All right. Ruthie, you got something you want to talk to the people about real quick?
You know I got something I want to say.
What you got to say?
I want to say, what's in it for the black people media is going to change the way you see radio forever. That's because Tuesday, September 8th, is that next week?
That is Tuesday coming up.
Next
Tuesday.
Yeah. Chicago Famous with Mike Love and Diaz is joining the What's in it for the black people media family. So tune in every day from 3 to 6 for Chicago Famous with radio legends Mike Love and Diaz. They talk about everything: music, entertainment, sports, politics, and they might be taking it back old school. So tune in every weekday, Todd, from 3 to 6 for Chicago Famous.
That's right after my second nap, so that's cool.
Hey,
you know happening. It's really happening.
You know I love Chatham. What ward you live in, Todd?
Buddy, 8th
Ward. So let me tell you what we got in the 8th Ward. We got a black-owned beauty supply. You ever go to beauty supply store, Todd?
Why would I go? I don't have hair.
To get your pomade.
They have chapstick.
To
It's
get
really
your
good.
conch. Don't you need some conch for your hair?
Oh, jeez. Like I want to burn my head.
All right. Shop at the black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove. Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. It's open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Check out their website, solobeauty.com.
Shout out to my girl Nidra Williams. Nidra's such a sweetheart. She always supporting us. Hey, can I send something else out too? Y'all, I have not been on it, but I do need you all to continue to send us support with those stars. Those stars are very, very, very important to the growth and maintenance of What's in It for the Black People Media. So if you are watching on Facebook Live or YouTube, hit that button. Shout out to everybody. Also, look, guys, we are trying to climb up in the ratings. Do you know we are the number 14 rated ranked Facebook page in the city of Chicago right now?
So you mean when I'm in the car saying, "Baby, I'm a star"? It's true.
We are in the social media world. I would say you are actually.
Yay!
No, legit. I have a story. So I was walking through my alley because I was cleaning up some trash, right? Okay. And I looked up and I saw in this apartment building, I saw "What's in it for the black people" sign. And I said, who got that sign? It's one of my neighbors. So I said, okay. So I went over and I knocked on the door. And shout out to Candace Moore, 8th Ward, my neighbor, who had that "What's in it for the black people" sign. So I knocked on the door and I said, "What's up, sis?" So she was happy to see me. So if you're listening, Candace, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, Candace? Now, Candace Moore. I know a Candace Moore.
I wonder if it's the same person.
Is it Candace E.B. Moore?
That's a really good
on
question.
Facebook.
Let me check.
Okay, check it out. Find out if it's Candace E.B. Moore.
Yes, it is.
Huh?
It is Candace E.B. Moore.
Okay, yeah, Candace is with the team. She on the squad. You don't know? Squad. You know, we I'm telling y'all. One day, y'all gonna go somewhere, and y'all gonna go to the restaurant, and they gonna be like, and Todd, I'm gonna tell you, I went to breakfast, right? I went to breakfast with this guy, and he's a Western suburban guy, you know. And he's like, Maze, I listen to the show every morning. He's like, what's going on with Todd? I was like, I feel like people just be like, they know you're on the show, so they just try to have conversation with us. And so I was like, yeah, no, whatever. And I was kind of bored. He's like, you don't think I listen, do you? He's like, watch this. He said, this is the Maze. He said, well, actually, he said the other thing. He said, with Todd Stroger. And it was like, it's this, it's a white guy, right? It's like a white guy who you look at and you like, or the best is like when you like downtown and it's like you be somewhere and people like, I listen to the show all the time. One day we gonna be large, y'all. Large. Like huge. We're gonna be famous.
As soon as that happens, I'm quitting. Paid enough of that.
All right, y'all.
You know, I've gotten the, wow, you're much prettier in person. Like, thank you.
Yeah, right. Like, and then the human drink magnet takes over effect. I'm telling you. You ever go to a bar with Sonia, just stand back.
Ooh,
and
top shelf.
Give her your list.
Your service
Give her your
workers.
list.
Tip good.
Give your list. And you know what? It'd be like, dang, Sonia. Like, Sonia came to my birthday party and took over. The whole staff was like, what does she need? I was like, how y'all tripping? All right, y'all. Okay. Here we go. The cannabis licenses, there was a lot. There is the company KPMG has whittled the list of cannabis companies down from 1,167 applications to 75 that will qualify.
Mm-hmm.
Of those 75 licenses that are qualified, they are owned by 21 companies, which means that
So they approximately own 3 apiece.
Yes, approximately. But there are some companies that have submitted for 20 and 10s, and it's So
what?
Yeah, so
that's the shotgun approach.
Well, it's what it is it's the rich. Okay, okay. So here's what I want to know. Do you want me to tell you the real truth, or y'all want me to tell y'all want me to just go on a rant?
The
Because
truth
I could do
and nothing
both.
but the truth.
I like both, but you.
Yeah, right.
Nah,
Truth with a little bit of rant.
I'm a straight shooter.
Truth with a little rant.
I could give you a rant about why nobody did anything and why it's the way it is.
All these emotions.
Right, and dang on black elected officials, and I could get the
I'm being triggered.
right. Speaking of triggered, Mike Brown, check him out on Mike Brown will be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 1. But okay, so here's where I want to go on this cannabis thing. Can I explain to you the hustle? Okay.
Give it to us, Mace.
Now, I'm going to tell you this stuff at the expense of, and I haven't done the research because last night was just, I was playing Trap Wars with Herb Howard from I Said What I Said. Did I say I said what I said? I said I'm not going to say I said what I said because if I say that, then they might get their ratings up because But never mind. That's a whole nother story. So, the cannabis industry has figured out that first of all, remember, they wrote the law. Right? They essentially wrote the law that created the opportunity for them to use the social equity as a shield to be able to continue to grow their businesses. Now, the first time they wrote the cannabis law, they wrote the cannabis laws for medical cannabis, and they wrote it with a criminal before it was criminal justice reform. So they wrote it with the mindset that anybody in the that had been involved with cannabis before it was a criminal, and they wanted to keep it out of their hands and blah blah blah. This time, they sold us on the social equity component of it. Now, if you are, but they convinced they convinced the state that the cannabis companies needed to recoup the money they spent on the medical cannabis. So they gave them, not only did they give them the opportunity to convert their medical cannabis to a recreational, they also gave them a bonus license. So they essentially gave the cannabis weed owners the opportunity to double their ownership stake and a legitimate head start into the industry.
How come I don't have friends like that, Ruthie?
You do. You do. You're a state rep. I know.
Well, my state rep is my friend, but that's not quite
that's
what
not
I meant.
friends. How many of us? Okay, so let me, because I'm trying to keep this all together. Okay, so now we go. So they took a blank sheet of paper, and on the blank sheet of paper, the white cannabis companies hired all of the lobbyists to descend on Springfield and help craft the law that would then create this social equity program. Now, you don't, as a cannabis owner, want a social equity program. Why do you care about black people who went to jail for selling weed? And why would you create your
I don't
own?
even think you needed to go that far. I've been in big business. You could just stop. Why do you care about black people? Period.
Right. But then you say, and then in business, why do you care to create competition? just in general.
Right.
Like, if I have a lock on the market and there's only 25 licenses and I got the 20 in between us, why do any of us have an interest in opening it up and spreading out the market?
Right.
So we all get together and say, as cartels, because we legislated cartels, that we're going to work together. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to miss this break because I'm going to just go straight through with this one. So what they did was they sent all of the lobbyists. So everybody who was a mainstream lobbyist had a team.
Okay.
And they all got together and said, how do we craft these laws to ensure that we still maintain our competitive advantage? They then take the whole concept of the social equity piece and they write the social equity piece to ensure that it does not do them harm. And it also, they wrote the social equity piece to figure out how they could take the maximum advantage of this opportunity. So now the social equity program, right, is now positioned as disadvantaged, what they call it, disadvantaged communities. You came from a certain place, which are now actually the places that are gentrifying, where all of the rich white people are now moving because they did it on the last 10 years, not the 10 years that's going forward. So now the white guy that moved
Humboldt
into
Park.
So the white guy that moves to Humboldt Park now qualifies as a social equity candidate as a white guy. But they're selling you social equity. So now let me go another step. The next step is the wealthy owners of these cannabis cartels now look at the rules and say, how can we make the maximum benefit of these rules to our advantage? So what they do is they take the qualifications, they match all of the qualifications. So even if I go just because you went to prison don't mean you can get, you are black.
No.
Right? Just because, so there's all of these things that we connotate as black, but don't necessarily mean that you're black. But now if you are the black person, right? Then they come to you with the deal because you ain't got $1.5 million.
Yeah, not in your pocket.
You ain't got $1.5 million to build it. So they say, I'll make you an equity partner and I'll give you 51%. But I got to recoup all of my stuff and you got to have a cash call. Like when it's time to build this joint, you need to come with 50,000 or 100,000 or 200,000. Now black.
Is that how? So you mean I have to come up with it? I have to come up with a.
You got to pay for your stuff. You thought you got free equity? You thought they just gave you 50%? No, you got to pay for it.
I thought they gave me free equity because they needed my skin color.
No. That's why they made you think they needed your skin color. They don't need your skin color. What they need is you to be on the paperwork, and then when it's time for you for the capital call, you ain't got no money. So they say, let me tell you what. So they say, hey, Todd, remember that 51%? It's going to cost you $250,000 today.
Uh-oh.
Cash call. But you already got the license.
Ruthie.
But you already got the license.
Ruthie, call your sister.
This is
now. No. Back it up.
Yeah, he for real.
Now they've divided the state into zones. So now if you're a rich white company, right, who's been doing this, you already got the blueprint on the application. You already won a license, so you already know how to win. So the same thing that it takes one small black company, all of their life savings to put their program together, all you do is copy the application that you did before with all the top lawyers and all the people, and you plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if I am the rich Jewish company that's in, let me not say that. Let me say if I am now let me give you a company like GTI. Okay. So GTI then says, we're going to file 50 applications in this zone with 50 different corporations to give us 50 shots at the license. So now, if you're one of 10 black companies that applied, that went through all the stuff and learned it, you now are competing with this same guy that has the money to put 50 other applications in the same pool with you.
Right.
Oh.
So now you got 10 black people who have put their life savings into making an application that works. And instead of competing with the one white company, they are competing with 50 different applications that they've submitted under other names. And if you're a black guy and I come to you and I say, hey, Ruthie Mo, sign this paper and I'll pay you $5,000 a month for the rest of your life. You ain't, what black person ain't taking that? You ain't got to do nothing? Nothing. Now, the mistake that people make is they believe that their 51% that they tell you about is free. Like you think that you get, they get nothing. They only get points towards their license. Now, if you want to make it work, what you need to do is say you get a tax break for having real black equity partners. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have the equity partners as black people, then you don't get the tax break. Then the white boys want you. But for right now, if I can go find me a white kid who I went to high school with, who was the neighborhood dope fiend, or not dope fiend, but the weed head, right, that lives in Humboldt Park, or the South Loop, or right in Brownsville, or Woodlawn, or any of the gentrifying neighborhoods, I now qualify. So what just happened was the ultimate screwing.
So
now that I want to make sure that was not a rant. That was my disgust.
Rant is just emotional. You actually gave us some information.
Now think about this.
But I got a quick question. So if your group is in the first and then the cash call comes and you can't make it and you fall out, your group can still keep going though?
Yes.
Oh.
You get the license before. You get the license for what you put on paper.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. They wrote the law.
Yeah, so they wrote it
now
to benefit themselves.
So now what we have now, so that's the process that got us to where we are now. Now, there's 75 licenses that are going to be awarded, and only 21 companies qualify for those 75 licenses. Now, remember when I told you about the companies that put 10 applications in every, those 21 companies, think about, so like if you are a guy that's close to the governor, say like the guy, like you put in 30 applications, you're going to get 3, 4, 5.
Oh, and you can hold multiple of those at one time.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, cause I'm about to break. I'm about to bust it all the way down, cause we're gonna talk about who these owners are. Now they are gonna say that one of the owners that we got was Edie Moore. Congratulations to Edie Moore. She got 2 of the licenses. We know her from Chicago Normal. We know Edie and Kiana Hughes. They came on when we had the other show. I'm super proud for them. I'm happy that they got their piece, right? Mm-hmm. But I am curious for all of us, how did we win? Now, I talked to the Black Cannabis Collective. They told me they had approximately 3 people from their team, and they represented over 200 or 300 applicants, black applicants, right? Y'all.
Wait. Explain the math. So 1,000 plus, they put in 200 and they only got 3.
Correct. Correct.
Do people get their money back if you apply and you didn't get it?
No, you don't.
Where does that money go? Anybody know? Into the coffers of some sort?
Goes to the program. So now you done spent your whole life savings in a rigged game. Right? So let me tell you. So say I go and I decide I'm going to apply for my license. And hold on, I'm trying to, because look, the Lord is trying to protect somebody. I'm telling y'all now, because I'm looking to get, what I want to understand is who are the owners. I want to know who are the owners of these companies.
Right.
That got the licenses, right? That's what I want to understand. I want to know who are these 21 companies that got these licenses. That's
so
where
the cash call is actually an eternal thing within your organization, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And once you get your application, once you get your license, you can throw all the Negroes out.
Yeah.
You ain't got your cash. Then don't forget about the foreclosure racket. Don't forget about the fact that they will raise the rent on you.
Oh. Right. Ew.
So, I mean, could you imagine if you knew? So, think about this. If you buy a lottery ticket, not a lottery ticket, a raffle ticket, and you walk into a room and you think that there's only 3 people in the room, but there's really, those 3 people are really 30 people in the room, but you buy based on the fact that you thought it was 3 people in the room.
Right.
Your odds just went from 0, right? Like what you thought you were playing in, you weren't playing in. Now, guess what? Guess how this will be resolved.
How?
Y'all ready? Come on, guess. Come on, somebody guess.
A lottery?
Nope. 21 companies in the lottery for them 75 licenses. So, guess how they plan on resolving this?
The gaming board? No,
this is cannabis.
This is cannabis, right? Right. Is it going to be a board?
They plan on resolving
a committee
this to study. We're going to get a study. I was wondering, is the study a lubricant study or a cannabis study? So, here's the thing. The thing is, so like, it goes back to my George Floyd advance, right? Like, in climate, in this world, right now, you would think that somebody would be smart enough to say, we need to make sure that this thing turns out right. Now, they got a black woman in the face of it, friend of mine, love toy to death. But there needs to, there needs to be a price for this. There really does. Like, honestly, like everybody is going to hold their hands up and act like they're all innocent and they don't know how something like this could happen. No, really. And we'll buy it again. And we'll tell. Can I just tell y'all, did I not tell y'all this was going to happen before?
Sure did.
I did. This is why I ask, when I say, like, don't tell me about Donald Trump, and I'm not tripping. I mean, it's like, I got more to worry about from people that I live with, not live with, but live in our neighborhoods, right? We have more trouble I want to point out this. They started out with a blank piece of paper. Blank piece of paper. There were brand new laws being written. We all saw all the press conferences. Right? We came up short again. Now, I know. I know you'll say, Maze, and we'll figure out a way to absolve ourselves of doing it to ourselves. But essentially, we did it to ourselves. Now, that's
Maze, it made me really a really good president. When I was a really good president, I had my bad days too, but mostly good, is I hired people from Bolingbrook.
Except me. The only person you actually know from Bolingbrook.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, we know Tennille.
You're right.
She didn't get a job neither.
Oh, that's because she was balling, but big balling. To do things and look through things and come back and say, this is what this is really saying. You know, I actually learned that from doing things, and it didn't turn out, and I had never let anybody else see it. And I was like, dang, I guess maybe somebody else's eyes would be good on things. And it turned out I was right. Somebody else could say, you know what you're not seeing? It's over here.
Honestly, that's how I feel every morning when I read the news and I come in here and Maze has a total different perspective on it. And it blows my mind every time because I feel like I have been conditioned to read the news a certain way.
But the media has its own narrative on purpose for a reason.
I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't even say that in this case it's the media, right? Because I feel like the media is just reading. They just reporting. I think that the sell is our people trying to sell us that that they did a good job. This is an ultimate fail.
No, but I'm saying that I remember when what's the group from Rosemont? You know those guys. When they were trying to get their casino, you know, they had all these big time lobbyists, people you knew, and you know they call you in the room and they tell you this is gonna be this is gonna be great for you, and you know you're like, I respect that guy. Okay, I believe it.
And you see how that worked out for us.
Right.
I just think we are easy. Black people are easy. And I think white people have figured it out that we are easy. Like, there's no other. We're easy. Everybody.
That's because there's not enough respect among ourselves. If we had respect among ourselves, then we would go to a group and say, hey, man, you need to look at this and get back to me.
Okay, so can I tell you what's going to happen?
This is not about weed. This is not about smoking. This is the way they play black people with every other setup.
Yep.
You got to stop them right now, man.
Yo.
I ain't going.
I heard that. I just think
now, when did Sonia turn into a 1980s hip-hop movie?
I'm sorry. Tune in for the Book of Dawn. I'm a lot more relaxed. My indoor voice. I'm sorry.
I'm just suggesting that. What did we get from George Floyd? Like, really? Like, I mean, what did we get from George Floyd? And I'm telling you that today, let me tell you, there will be a whole bunch of hand-holding and excuse-making, and there will be white people patting black people on the back for screwing black people. Ooh. And they will be telling you, it's okay. Better luck after the study. We're going to, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to sound all emotional. It's going to sound all good. And we got to empathize. And I have no empathy. I don't. Because I feel like nobody has empathy for us, even our own people. Like, again, when the white people tell you good job, that should tell you that you did a good job for them.
Right, you're cut out.
Right? Like, I'm saying. Like, honestly, there
was a shout for a study, but the study's supposed to come before you vote on all the stuff.
Come on.
Well, no. So what happens is then when all the people take
you may not agree, but
no,
I'm right.
No, I'm not. I don't debate you on that, Todd. I just think that what has happened is it's the same thing that when Ken Duncan came in here and told us that you get comfortable, you let everybody do everything for you. You got your staffers that read it for you and tell you that, oh, this is all good, but the staffer wasn't hired by you. The staffer was hired by him.
Yeah, staffer works for somebody else, and
it's
didn't
like
come from your neighborhood more than likely.
Right. They did. I mean, that's how, again. But the challenge is we let them do it. Like they walk amongst us. Like they walk amongst us. That's the thing. Like they walk amongst us, and there is no Like you talk about, like, let me tell you something.
That's because every bill is like going bowling. After the 10 frames are over, you start a new game. So you can't complain about the last game. You either won or you lost.
And so if we keep losing, like this is my thing. You got them kids in the streets looting that sell weed, that smoke weed, that could be part of that industry, right? I think like I'm not. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not trying to say that we're giving them a pass. What I am suggesting is the people that are starving us walk amongst us. Like you are literally, they watch you starve. They will be the people that have a press conference in front of our burning buildings and our boarded up buildings in our community as they go down to Springfield and eat steak and lobster and chuckle up with white guys. I mean, I'm saying, you like right now, I'm going to tell you, you go sit your butt down at Erie Cafe and you go watch and you watch how they ball out at our expense. Who voted on it? And then let me tell you how smart the white boys was. They were so smart that they put in the bill that the elected officials, if you voted on the bill, you or your family could never participate in the business throughout eternity.
Somebody told me that wasn't in the bill. That was some ethics language that was supposed to be coming behind it.
Okay, well, whatever it is, if they would do it if they ain't even paying attention for themselves.
Well, no, see, that's why Toy is still there because they haven't voted on that.
No, they got the reason Toy is still there. She had to leave her job as the cannabis czar.
No, she's still the czar.
No, she is the consultant to the governor, advisor to the governor. There is someone else that is in the czar spot.
Oh, she got a new, but she's still in the government, but she got a new.
But she ain't right.
And she voted on. So she doesn't work for the government?
She works for the governor. She works as a special advisor for the governor in his office, but she is not the direct anymore.
Oh.
Because she voted on it. Like you voted yourself. Like again, if you voted yourself out, then what? Come on, man. Meanwhile, the rich white girls got their money for their family. Her girlfriend is now the weed owner.
I think she's
Florida.
her spouse,
spouse. Excuse me, and spouse Newt Gingrich's sister. Think about how that is. Could you imagine if
that's a double?
I mean, I'm just saying. Could you imagine if that was a black person?
No.
Right. Exactly. Hey, y'all. I know I done went a little bit too far, and I know I skipped, but this cannabis thing. And now they talking about opening up an emergency casino, right? And they're going to open up an emergency casino and tell you why.
I can't see how that can make any money. There's nobody out.
Oh, no. Yeah.
They're going to come out.
Oh, they're going to come out for the casino. And they're going to make an emergency casino. You seen anybody miss the lottery yet? No.
Hey, is they going to make the emergency casino like they built that McCormick Place Hospital?
Probably. It'll cost $1 million per and we still won't get nothing. However, I mean, I'm just saying. Y'all. I don't know what else to do. I don't. It's like I want to fight to make sure black people get a piece. But y'all act like I'm crazy when I tell you what's happening. Like, and then when it happens, then we stuck again. I said this was going to happen like this. We took we let the white folks, they tried to correct it. Our turn, remember, they knew it was coming. The governor said, we don't want no fix. We ain't changing nothing. Remember the mayor lied to us, told us she was going to go get the state reps, and then the state reps blamed the alderman, and the alderman blamed the state reps, and guess what happened? We still got settle. Settle.
The next break, I got to go outside and take a smoke break. This is just too much for me.
You don't smoke, do you?
Come get these fumes.
All right, well, you need to go take an air break. Why don't you run us a few of those commercials? I need to breathe a little bit myself. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealer. Certain restrictions apply.
Today's world requires first-hand knowledge of real international working. As a successful international businessman, I have achieved many goals and made many business friends abroad. International business can rebuild the middle class by creating the infrastructure to support small businesses through economic development funds and international expansion. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me. Send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
Yesterday's installment of On the Soil, we talked about the first place White Sox and Cubs.
We also talked with our boy Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic about those Bulls, man.
And we paid tribute to John Thompson, Cliff Robinson, and Chadwick Boseman.
Make sure you tune in, continue to rock with the bigs. You are On the Soil. What's in it for the Black People Media?
What's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Diz.
Sounds like Bad Boy Radio.
Yeah, but it's not Bad Boy Radio because we are now Chicago famous, but we are back on the air.
3 to 6, Monday through Friday, starting September 8th.
All right, you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody it's going down. Not only will you hear us on air, but you'll be able to see us as well, and that's all going down September 8th from 3 to 6.
What's in it for the Black People Media? Make sure you check us out.
Chicago famous.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson, and I'm running for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I will never give up on inclusion and equality, prison reform, reduce property taxes, and economic opportunity for all. I want to get to know your neighborhood and the problem that you face every day. And I want to serve every man, woman, and child in the state of Illinois. A vote for me is a vote for you.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
And you can tell them, May said, we want to know what's in it for the Black people.
WIIFTBP.
I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's in it for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
You are listening to The Maze Jackson Show. I have my co-hosts in the building. Todd Stroger, Ruthie Moore. Now we got guests coming. Todd, tell him make sure he got his mask. We got Reggie Jackson, not he of home run fame. He of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency or Drug DA. I don't know which one, but he coming at 8 o'clock. Then we got the next poet laureate of Illinois, Mr. J. Ivy. He's got a new album coming out. Actually, it's out. It's on iTunes. He's going to be here. I used to, J. Ivy and me, we go back. I don't know if y'all saw that story over there on the wall, but J. Ivy is in that poster. We go back to 1998, 99. He'll be in the building as well. Don't forget Chicago Famous, starting Tuesday. Mike Love, Diz.
Right.
We got the Book of Dawn coming on after us. Mm-hmm. Herb and 2. I ain't going to say I said what I said no more, because I said when I said it that I wasn't going to say it. Right? So they come on to
my
that.
head's swirling right now.
The password isn't it. The password is what? See how I do that, right? You know, you get to rock with me, man. All right. So I did a little research in the break. And so here are some of the applicants. Now, first of all, let me not hate. Shout out to Terry Hillard, former police superintendent.
Oh.
He is part of the EHR Holdings.
Is it him, or does he have a son named Terry?
No, it's him. He does. I don't know. He might have a junior, but it's him.
I'm just wondering because
he's
he
black.
Gotta be like 80-something.
He gets double points because he's black and he lives in a disproportionately area. You know, like you get a police chief.
You mean Chatham?
I mean, you know, y'all have you been to Chatham? No.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Maze.
I'm not.
I live in Avalon. So
I used to want to
live.
live.
You're on your own in this one.
I ain't going to even live. Trip, I wanted to live in Chatham so bad at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then I didn't. No, I'm just joking. All right. How about this one? Want to talk about Rich?
Rich.
Phil Stefani. Phil Stefani, owner of Gold Coast Restaurant Tavern on Rush. Yeah. So he has GRI Holdings. He's a qualifier for the lottery. Another winner is Nicole Ransberg. She sold her license to PharmaCann and then got another application. Remember? So she already got. Remember how I told y'all like they already had an application, and then they just duplicated.
Right.
So then here's the one. Then you got Americana tiebreaker applicant. Americana Dream is led by Adam Safro. He's with Verano Holdings. Now Verano, you may have heard me talk about a little while ago, but I told y'all I was a little disconcerted. I initially thought I was going to be working with them. But then when I realized this kind of where I learned all these things, and I was like, wait a minute. That don't look like 50. That say 51, but when you add it up, I got money. Like, but they don't even want you to have, like, I had money to invest. It's like, nah, it's like.
They want you to be the sub.
Negro.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm like, no, I want to. The things say if I got this much money, my money is green like yours. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to let that be because I was a little offended by that.
You're like, no, your money is red. It's Jamaican.
Right. We don't want that Jamaican money. And you would have thought if it was Jamaican, they'd give me. You got Clean Slate Holdings. Okay, hold on. That's operated by Robert Constantino. Then you've got Jeff Rayberger, president of Lucky Lincoln Gaming, and Sam Fakori, they're Lucky Lincoln Gaming. That's Rich again because they are in gaming and now they got cannabis.
Oh.
Right?
Right.
Then you got, and he's got a piece of a casino. They own a dozen cannabis dispensaries in Mitten. So that means they're already rich. You got Ahmad Judah, leader of the tiebreaker applicant SB Illinois. They have 14 dispensaries in Colorado, and they use Starbuds. If you heard of Starbuds, that's their place. Chicago Normal leader Edie Moore is also part of two tiebreaker applicants, Make Peace LLC and Terra House LLC for the second group. She partnered with 47th Ward Democratic Committeeman and State House lobbyist Paul Rosenfeld. Now, here's how. Now, you remember Paul Rosenfeld was the one who I used to call the pencil neck geek. He used to talk crazy. Remember he unendorsed Kerry? Remember?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Anyway, but the thing about that, so here's the challenge with that, and then I'm not gonna really trip. I'm gonna leave it alone. But the challenge with the Chicago Normal piece is that the person that is advocating for the group is also advocating for themselves, right? So like let me tell you, if I got to give a license to somebody, I would give the license to the black people that have that. Okay. So imagine you hire me to go in to go fight for you. And I go in, but I'm like, while I'm there fighting for you, by the way, I got my own thing right here. Here you go. And then I win, and then say my husband, and I'm not tripping. I'm just suggesting that. So now imagine if you could you really hand the application to if the person, so she's the mama bird, she's saying, for the rest of the other social equity applicants. So basically, I'm straight. I'm not going to go there. What I am going to say, though, is it's got to be a challenge that if you signed up to be in Chicago Normal and you gave all your secret information to the people that you thought was advocating for you, and they was actually your competition. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to lord over something and you ain't in it. It's a whole nother thing for us to all be in it, but we compete. Like, because essentially, it was kind of what my challenge was before. And it's the challenge that happens to us. The challenge that happens to us is that if you get invited into the room and you take the deal. Now, you got to be up front. We need black advocacy that is pure in its intent. That would be, and I'm not begrudging anybody a license. I'm not begrudging anybody, and I'm happy everybody got a license. I do think that I am concerned that of the black growers, or the black, not growers, but the black cannabis organization that was formed, and I think this organization was formed outside of the traditional group because they realized they were getting screwed, right? And so they started banding together, and the black people started getting together and saying, hey, is this happening to you? It's happening to me too. Remember when I told you about what's in it for the black people? It started out as what's in it for me. And I was like, this happened to you too, and this happened to you too, and this happened to you too, right? Then you start to come together, and they came together and they assembled 300 people. And yesterday when they were looking at the list, they only had 2 people out of 300. I'm not mad. I'm sad. Like, I'm sad for our people because, again, think about how many people's life savings went into putting this. Do you know how many
That's
people?
what I'm talking about.
Do you know how many people was dreaming about this?
I know some people that lost out on some money. They had to borrow money to apply.
I mean, I'm not angry. I'm just frustrated. I'm just frustrated because it's like, I feel like it should have been 75 black people who got them damn licenses, and 65, and you either gave the rest of them to the Latinos. When I read that Phil Stefani is one of the winners, like, how does y'all gonna, and I'm gonna tell y'all, watch, these Negroes gonna be like, and I want to thank the governor every time he come out, right? Y'all gonna, I'm saying, for his excellent job that he's done. Who got black people back? Straight up. I mean, oh no, but I never thought it was going to be fair. Matter of fact, I tell you, I don't never like fair. Black people always trying to be fair. That's our damn problem. They'll tell us why we got to play by the rules, and they don't play by the rules. We know the rules are going to change. So why? Do y'all understand? 1,167 people applied. Let's say that the black cannabis operator or the black cannabis group was 300 people that applied. They got 3 out of 300. What's that percentage?
Right.
1%? Now, you mean to tell me that social equity is... Verano Holdings was at one point the largest cannabis company in the country. It was. When you see that Starbuds from Colorado, shout out to my man Dan Pettigrew, who was with Allen, with the basketball player. I can't think of their name, but they had the only black cannabis company that was already operating in Colorado, etc. I can't remember his name. Anyway, my man Dan Pettigrew was teamed up with him. They didn't get none. Black veterans didn't get none. So what I told y'all happened was, again, You got the cartels who have the money and the resources to flood every applicant market to dilute the value of the black applicants. Right?
Right.
And now you think you playing against black people when you really playing against the biggest players in the world. And again, if I am the black guy and they come to me and say for $5,000 a month for the rest of your life, sign this piece of paper and you ain't gotta do nothing, I'm doing it. I ain't gonna lie. But I think I'm not gonna say I'm doing it because I've had the opportunity. I don't. I think even in the case of like the normal thing, I think just the appearance. Like, who do you trust? Like, why am I like? If I'm black and I'm putting all my trust, energy, and effort into you, and you win and none of us do, huh? How did that happen? And when the white boy picks you and says, hey, come be a part, because what they was doing was picking Negroes. They was like, which Negroes can we find that we could plug in all of these spots that fit this box? And the black person becomes the value.
Right.
But if I can take out your number one complainer, right, or if I could take out the number one advocate and get them on the team of the government, right? If I'm a lobbyist, I'm gonna be like, look, yo, I got when this thing blow up, the people that could potentially make the most stink, we got them on my team. You win. Mr. Governor, I'll take care of the black advocacy groups. Remember I told they didn't even team up with no black lobbyists. The black people didn't team up with them. They won because you win with the white boys, not black people in Illinois. I know.
Is it too late, Maze? Have we let this one pass us by?
They ain't putting them.
The blank sheet of paper?
I mean, you don't get a chance to restart an industry.
This is like the bullet train. It's halfway to St. Louis now.
I just feel like, y'all, we need there should be a political price for this. There really should. Like, I'm just saying, and they walk amongst you. I'm telling you.
There you go again.
They walk amongst you.
Now wait, guys. Let's wait for the study.
And we'll tell you that with a straight face.
Study's gonna come out and say, "Hey, y'all guys didn't do too well."
We're gonna tell you that the cannabis industry is. Think about this. Phil Stefani got the biggest restaurant group in the city. When you what y'all get? I don't know how to it's part of the reason I feel like there's no space for us in Illinois. Like there's no real opportunity for black men, not even black men. Really, if you ain't political, again, if you can't take a blank sheet of paper and put your name on a blank sheet of paper, black people, 1,167 licenses boils down to 75 that can be 21 people can apply for. All right, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back. Hopefully, we can get J. Ivy in here and he can uplift y'all's spirits. Because Ruthie,
I was about to say, Mace put a downer on. I feel like we all took some kind of pill. We're all like, oh.
This real life. This
Todd,
ain't
that
funny.
day you left early, Maze broke down the Congressional Black Card. I was like, I left here feeling like, oh my God.
Again.
Uplift your spirits. We're going to get J. Ivy in here. He's going to inspire y'all. And don't forget, it is Tell Me Something Good Friday. I'm going to tell y'all.
Sure is.
Y'all tell me something good. How did it feel? Tell me. That's what they saying to you right now. Tell me you like it. Tell me. I know you love it. You love it, don't you? It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
WIIFTBP.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Illinois have been crying out for justice, equality, and fairness from their government for years. And it keeps getting worse. Unfair taxes, laws that unjustly imprison nonviolent offenders. The rich get richer, and the everyday people suffer. It's time for a change, and with your help, I'm here to do it. I'm asking for your support as I run for U.S. Senator in 2020.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
What's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Diz.
Sounds like Bad Boy Radio.
Yeah, but it's not Bad Boy Radio because we are now Chicago famous, but we are back on the air.
3 to 6, Monday through Friday, starting September 8th.
All right, you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody it's going down. Not only will you hear us on air, but you'll be able to see us as well, and that's all going down September 8th from 3 to 6.
What's in it for the Black People Media? Make sure you check us out.
Chicago famous. I know you're gonna dig this.
For Mike Love and the Dig.
Go, Mike Love, I got a question. Hey, are you ready to go down? Here we go again.
It's all about the bad boys, baby.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's up? It's Diz.
Of Bad Boy Radio. Wait a minute.
This ain't 1999, man.
Yeah, man, it's Chicago famous.
Say what? Old guys now.
Oh, I'm hurt. My back.
We are back starting September 8th.
Get ready, Chicago. That's right. We are coming back on the air.
3 to 6 p.m. on What's in it for the Black People Media.
Chicago famous.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
WIIFTBP.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. In my life, I've gone from cotton field to corporate boardroom. I've seen great success and walked many roads. I know how it feels not to have. I'm asking you to vote for me for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I can do the work that few others may understand. A vote for me is a step in the right direction for our state and our country.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
On yesterday's installment of On the Soil, we talked about the first place White Sox and Cubs.
We also talked with our boy Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic about those Bulls, man.
And we paid tribute to John Thompson, Cliff Robinson, and Chadwick Boseman.
Make sure you tune in, continue to rock with the bigs. You are On the Soil. What's in it for the Black People Media?
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson, and I'm running for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I will never give up on inclusion and equality, prison reform, reduced property taxes, and economic opportunity for all. I want to get to know your neighborhood and the problem that you face every day. And I want to serve every man, woman, and child in the state of Illinois. A vote for me is a vote for you.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
What's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Diz.
Sounds like Bad Boy Radio.
Yeah, but it's not Bad Boy Radio because we are now Chicago famous, but we are back on the air.
3 to 6, Monday through Friday, starting September 8th.
All right, you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody it's going down. Not only will you hear us on air, but you'll be able to see us as well, and that's all going down September 8th from 3 to 6.
What's in it for the Black People Media? Make sure you check us out.
Chicago famous.
Is it really a good idea to have the same senator for 3 generations? I support term limit for all elected officials. Our senators need to bring home growth for our business community, jobs, housing, service for our senior citizens, and health care. We need new ideas and new approach to federal representation. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington, D.C. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
WIIFTBP.
And you can tell them, May said, we want to know what's in it for the black people.
Biggest threat to Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid, and some of our senior citizens live off $3 a week for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy over policy and limit and costs. Drug prices require decision between food and Medicaid. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
You can fly. Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Ooh, I did that wrong, Todd. That's your part. I'm Mays Jackson.
Right.
You're Todd Stroger.
Right, that's
All
right.
right, now I'm gonna tell y'all what, we done switched it up a little bit. We got an action-packed last hour for you. If you are a little offended by the cannabis conversation, well, join the damn club, because I am too. All right, now I gotta say what's up to my co-host Todd Stroger. Ruthie Moore is outside talking to the one and only Jay Ivy. He is in the building. Gotta say what's up to Miss Sonia Escobar, musical conductor of the Soul Plane. But Todd, hey y'all, you know you got to watch Todd sometimes. Get to watch Todd. So Todd hits me up on Monday. He says, hey Mays, I got a super interesting guest. Man, he's from the U.S. Drug Association. I was like, good Lord,
I'll be back.
the Drug Association. I was like, do I need to call my cousin and tell him to stay away, right? And then I was like, I'm getting all charged up. We getting ready. I text Todd this morning. I'm trying to get information. And he says, Reggie Jackson is coming. And I say, Reggie Jackson? And I'm like, Like the Reggie Jackson? He's like, not that Reggie Jackson.
I used to drink.
I used to get the Reggie Jackson candy bar. My mom used to make me walk down to the store and get the Reggie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was like a big old blob of like chocolate with caramel and nuts, and it was like a fake
Right
Snickers.
up my back.
But I'm gonna tell you, what wound up happening was. Let me back up. So I'm trying to figure out who is actually coming, and then I open the door and he's got this big Alpha Phi Alpha mask on.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, Todd has done it again. He done bamboozled me, tricked me, and then got my cousin not to come. It's the Alpha plot. But look, then did you say to your frat, why are you wearing the Q colors today? Right?
Well, it's ASU.
Can we come close to the mic?
So it's ASU, so it's all good.
LSU.
LSU.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that voice in the background, in case you didn't know he's got a voice for radio, it is Mr. Reginald L. Jackson. He is not taking my job. I don't care how deep his voice is. Welcome to the Maze Jackson Show. How are you this morning?
I am tired. I am tired, brother. It was a long drive from Arkansas last night. But
A long drive? You
yes,
drove?
sir. Brother, we're in the age of COVID-19.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right,
what I
I
said.
honor that. So you drove from Arkansas. Now, you know what? I got frat brothers that do a lot at, what is it, Pine Bluff?
Yes, sir. University of Arkansas, Pine
The
Bluff.
people from Arkansas be ready to drive to Arkansas to Chicago without even second thought.
Hey.
So when did you, so now tell me what you do. No, let me back up. So I'm looking at your card, and you are the State Public Affairs Specialist for Natural Resources and Conservation Services for the United States Department of Agriculture, Todd.
I said agriculture.
You said drugs.
Drugs, agriculture, it's the same.
No, it's not. That's my look. My cousin
Cannabis
is like,
is a plant.
my cousin is like, let me out. Okay, so tell me exactly what that job is.
Well, I do the media and the marketing for our agency in Arkansas.
Okay.
I am the State Public Affairs Specialist.
Okay.
And what that entails is letting farmers, ranchers, producers, foresters know about technical and financial assistance that we can provide to them to help them help conserve their natural resources on their farms.
Look,
their
man, I'm about to
forests,
stop you from
their
talking because
ranchers.
you got this radio voice, and I'm starting to hear it, and I'm starting to get, I get insecure. Right? I know. I'm like, good thing I own the station. It's all good.
So what's the biggest city in Arkansas?
The biggest city in Arkansas is Little Rock, the metro area of Little Rock and the metro area of Fayetteville.
So how much you think
Bentonville.
people-wise? How many people?
Sir?
How many people you think are in the metropolitan area?
How are they?
How many?
How many? Oh, gosh. I think the whole state only has about maybe 2 million people. So in each of the metro areas, probably max 250.
So most people are farmers?
No, sir. the metro area. Well, we've only got.
No, I don't mean in the metro. I mean in the whole state. Most people are farmers or something.
Yes, sir. Arkansas
Really?
Yes, sir. Very rural state. Very rural state. Most of Illinois is rural outside of Chicago.
Trust me, we know. I tell Todd
that's a long drive to get to the end.
And it's to get out of Illinois, but we try and drive around. So let me ask a question.
Sure.
How does a brother get that job? And are there any black farmers that you talk to? Like, are there really like black farmers still?
My man, of course, coming from our history, African American history, when we came here, forced or whatever, we were in the field. So it was a natural progression for, especially in the South, deep South, for African Americans to go into farming once they got their freedom, and so it kind of progressed. Unfortunately, the suppression and the oppression and the segregation and everything else that goes on that went on in the South forced many of our folks to come here north. So the great progression. That's why so many of us know how to get to Chicago.
Chicago, right?
But many folks stayed and then farmed. But the only problem is there's been a serious decline in the number of African American farmers in the country and in the nation. With that being said, there are still many very successful farmers. It is a very hard job, and that's why the USDA is around to provide assistance to not just our African American and minority farmers, but all farmers to make sure that they have a great opportunity to be successful in their farming operations. So part of my job is to make sure that all of our farmers are aware of the programs that USDA has so that they can take advantage of that opportunity that the government that financial assistance and, again, technical assistance that the government will provide for them.
How has COVID affected the farming community?
Seriously, in many ways. I don't know specifically all of the ways, but I know right now our USDA is providing some assistance to those farmers that are growing certain crops. But getting farm food off the land, because you have a lot of migrant farmers from Mexico and from other countries that are helping our farmers here in the United States to pick whatever it is that they're growing or produce whatever it is that they're growing, and those migrant farmers from other nations haven't been able to get here. So that's been part of the problem. And then once they get it picked, or once they get it slaughtered, or whatever the case may be, then you've got to provide it, get them into the processing plants. And so folks have not been able to get into the processing plants because they've been catching COVID. And so you've got issues from the beginning, you've got issues in the middle with the manufacturing and the production, and then you've also got issues trying to get it to the markets, because folks in the markets, the frontline workers that are at the grocery stores, they're trying to be safe as well, but they've got to be out there trying to get that stuff out to the consumer, and it's been difficult because of COVID-19. So it's lots of issues from putting the seed in the ground to putting it into the grocery store. There's lots of interruptions in that chain to try to get it to the consumer and to our tables. So
Mays thinks there might be a race war and black people won't get any food because there won't be any black farmers to feed us.
You know what? And I don't know if there's going to be a race war, but I do think if it was, we'll have some problems. Let's do this. When we come back, we'll address that. And then, Todd, you had some other interesting questions when we were on the break that I think I'd love to hear Mr. Jackson. I like that, Mr. Jackson. I'm Mr.
cousins.
Jackson, too.
Yes, you are. If you're nasty.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back. This is the Mays Jackson Show.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Is it really a good idea to have the same senator for 3 generations? I support term limit for all elected officials. Our senators need to bring home growth for our business community, jobs, housing, service for our senior citizens, and health care. We need new ideas and new approach to federal representation. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington, D.C. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Mike Love and the Dig. Or Mike Love and the Dig.
Go, Mike Love, I got a question. Hey, are you ready to go down? Here we go again.
It's all about the bad boys, baby.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's up? It's Diz.
Of Bad Boy Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. This ain't 1999, man.
Yeah, man. It's Chicago famous.
Say what? We're old guys now.
Oh, I'm hurt. My back. We are back starting September 8th.
Get ready, Chicago. That's right. We are coming back on the air.
3 to 6 p.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
Chicago famous.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
WIIFTBP. I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's In It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Mays Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Mays Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
You are listening to the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Todd around here calling up his alpha bros to come gang up on me. Lucky for you, Todd, he's smarter than you. Because he got a lot of good information.
There's a lot of people like that, Mays. It don't bother me at this age.
Well, you know what, Todd, but one of the things, first of all, I did have the question about black people being able to supply their own food. And then I'm going to turn the mic over to Todd, and I'm going to let him ask some of those interesting questions. But one of the things that concerns me is as we, I hear everybody say, there's going to be all of these things happening, race war and whatever. And I always say, like, we ain't ready. Because can we supply our own food? And You are with the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Where do black people stand in like self-sufficiency? Could we be?
I don't know if I can answer that question because I don't know the status of all African Americans across the country.
Okay.
But what I can say is that, again, the number of minority farmers have declined very drastically and very significantly since the probably 1930s, 1940s, and each decade that has passed. But what I can say is that a lot of people, and then through USDA, we have a lot of programs with urban farming. So we have programs where we can assist folks with growing their own food within cities, urban centers. And that's very important now. And I don't know specifically about Chicago, but I know in Detroit or certain parts of Ohio, there are concerted efforts to get folks raising foods on the empty lots that are in the cities. And so people have been growing tomatoes and lettuce. And
is that food safe though? Like
absolutely.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Really?
And I'll tell you why it's safe. It's because they use, is it compost? Is that what they call it? So they don't put it in our regular old dirt that's just lying around because that stuff's crazy. They have to build these beds.
Okay. All right, man. All right, Todd, you have some questions I want to hear. Can you talk a little closer to that?
I can. And let me expound upon that one more point on that.
Can you get closer to the mic?
I am getting as close. I didn't want
to. Look, hey man, I
want to kiss it, but
hey man, look, don't be.
That's right. We're gonna wipe that
so
down.
You can just talk up. What he's trying to do is put the.
Right,
I'm gonna take the radio voice away from you.
Right, he's doing that quiet storm thing on us.
Right, this ain't the quiet storm trying to take my job. Getting all these women up here talk about some. He needs to do voiceovers. I'm reading y'all comments. I'll see y'all. Go ahead.
But my point on the African American farmers, this is an opportunity since COVID has started. This has been a great opportunity for folks to learn. I know a lot of folks are cooking their own food in their homes,
right?
But this is a great opportunity for folks to learn how to go to one of our one of the seed places where they can buy seeds or where they can buy established plants, put them in the ground, put them in a pot, and start, like I said, growing your own tomatoes, growing your own peppers or whatever. This is a great opportunity to go back to your roots, so to speak, and grow your own food. So there is an initiative to do that, to grow your own, and then farmer to market. We've got programs with USDA where farmers can grow in their local communities and then sell to local vegetable gardens or food marts, and they can grow their own food in their own communities and eat it right there too, so they know who's actually growing their food.
That's deep. That's pretty deep. I've noticed that there has been a big trend towards black gardening lately. My sister has been sending us peppers, and she grows some peppers, pumpkins. She grows some of everything now, and it's pretty good. It's pretty, and those tomatoes too. Todd, but you had some other questions you wanted to ask. Why don't you do that?
Mace does his own cooking. That's why he talks like that.
I do too, brother. And I grow my own garden as well.
You're the only one that eats 30-year-old steak.
Hans makes pizzas for us like every other day.
Because I'm telling you, Hans makes pizzas because Hans be having the munchies. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I was talking to Maze about, being from the South. I'm not from the South, but, my father's from the South. And Helena itself, which is, how many people do you think are in Helena now?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting story. So Helena and West Helena were two cities, twin cities.
Yeah,
side by
my
side.
dad was always like, West Helena was like New York.
But I would say from when I was a kid, I graduated, so to tell my age, I graduated in 1984 from high school. So then we had about 25 people, 25 combined in the two cities. Because the population declined so much, the two cities merged, and they're now one city, and they're called Helena, West Helena. Imagine that. Mm-hmm. And I think combined now, both cities probably have a population of about 10,000.
Wait, that's not a city.
That's
what
why.
What do you call that?
That's like Bolingbrook High School.
Really? That big?
No, but 10,000 is. We got 8,000.
That's a lot of people.
Right, but not. But for a city,
that's a small college.
Right.
But you have to imagine and remember. Again, in particular during the time frame that I graduated from high school, we were still a thriving city, thriving community, but on the decline initially. And because in those small cities and the rural areas were dependent upon manufacturing and urban growth, agriculture. Well, in the early 90s, you have to remember, I guess, NAFTA. And so
That's y'all guy. He from Arkansas.
Well,
Bill Clinton is from Arkansas. He is the architect of NAFTA. That was one of the crowning achievements of the world, I thought.
Well, I don't know about the process and all
happened.
that, but a lot of manufacturing jobs left, not just those smaller cities, but many urban areas north and all over the country as well. And so they went to other countries to produce those goods and services. Well, when that happened, a lot of the small towns economically started to die. And so our little small town in Phillips County, Arkansas, on the banks of the Mississippi River in the Delta, Arkansas Delta, the same thing happened. So young folks like me did not have an opportunity to go back home to find economic prosperity and economic opportunity. So we had to go elsewhere to make money, to make a living.
I went through the business district on the Helena side. I was like, there ain't nothing here.
Man, I tell you, I have a 27-year-old daughter, and I tell her all the time, she just finds it very hard to believe. When I was a kid growing up and went to, Helena was where all the downtown, where you're talking about, the downtown shopping was. I mean, you could not walk down the street for the number of people that were walking on the sidewalks going into the shops. You literally was like at a standstill, like for a 6 to 7, 8 block area, because there was so many people on a Saturday, Friday night, or Saturday or Sunday afternoon trying to shop. Now you can throw 10 rocks and you wouldn't hit a soul.
Man, I went to we had our conclave in not Pine Bluff? Where did you say?
Pine Bluff University, Arkansas.
No. That
Little Rock.
Little Rock. We had it in Little Rock.
I was there.
And it was
I come to hang out with y'all. See how y'all do it.
See, and we was like, and this is how they do it in Arkansas. Like, I mean, we were literally like, where is everybody? Who picked this place? Jimmy Hammock.
And he's from Arkansas.
Right,
that's my
Jimmy,
man.
Right.
Your frat brother's my man.
Right. Our frat brother. It's like, but that's what happened when you're the national president. You be like, this way it's going.
Right.
He was on the selection committee. And I think after that, when we was I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop.
But I wanted to say that Helena, I mean, a lot of successful people came from to Chicago.
Yes, sir.
From Helena. Like my dad, Lieutenant Digby and Digby Security, Howard Medley and Medley Movers.
Medley!
Plano Optometrics with Dr. Johnson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, to be such a small place. But this is what I always said about Helena. When Miss Miller made that money to have their own dedicated school, that's what a lot of places that black people, lived. They didn't have that kind of thing. Where, the school was whatever the county decided you had got.
But you got to explain that because I don't think anybody knows.
Let me tap in.
He could tell. He could do it better.
Eliza in Google. Eliza Miller. Eliza Miller. Of course, Miller. Miller. You guys can't spell it, as a marketing guy. I mean, anyway, she was the turn of the century. She and her husband did a lot. They were economically successful. And
were they black?
They were black.
Black. Okay.
They were black. A very successful black family. And they decided they owned like a theater and markets, and then they decided to open a school. And
not surprisingly, well, he died at this point. She had the first black theater in Arkansas.
Okay, got it.
But to make the story short, her great-grandson is a United States district judge in Little Rock now. So the family's very successful.
But what about the family? What did they do that made people successful? Did they make a school?
And his father and my father were like this.
Y'all forgot the story about the school. What happened?
Oh, yeah, right.
They started a high school.
Okay.
And then the high school became an elementary school but it was the only school for African Americans to go to at that time in Phillips County.
And black people created their own school
Correct.
for their own kids.
Correct.
And their own children. That led to the legacy of greatness that we have here in Chicago because they went to that school. Is that it?
I think so. I think, like you're saying, being able to educate your own.
Never send your children
having a
to
real
the enemy
facility
to be exactly. We educated our own children. Hey, Mr. Jackson. I like saying that. Mr. Jackson, it was an honor to have you on the morning show. We look forward to having you back.
There's other great people around your age who've done well.
Quick.
Scottie Pippen. I went to college with Scottie Pippen at the University
they're
of
from
Central
Helena.
Arkansas. Oh, from Helena. Well, UCA I went to. And also, the reason for the voice, I also used to be a disc jockey for about 25 years.
Hey, man,
in
look,
Little
man.
Rock.
Look at y'all. Don't be coming in and stealing my job. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. It is Tell Me Something Good Friday, and I'm going to tell y'all something good. We got Jay Ivey. That's right. President of the Grammys, man, spokesman for the AARP. Man, you know what, Jay? And I think he's going to be the future poet laureate. I think we need to make that the move. Make him the poet laureate of Chicago when we come back. This is the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
What's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Diz.
Sounds like Bad Boy Radio.
Yeah, but it's not Bad Boy Radio because we are now Chicago famous, but we are back on the air.
3 to 6, Monday through Friday, starting September 8th.
All right, you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody it's going down. Not only will you hear us on air, but you'll be able to see us as well, and that's all going down September 8th from 3 to 6.
What's in it for the Black People Media? Make sure you check us out.
Chicago famous.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
On yesterday's installment of On the Soil, we talked about the first place White Sox and Cubs.
We also talked with our boy Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic about those Bulls, man.
And we paid tribute to John Thompson, Cliff Robinson, and Chadwick Boseman.
Make sure you tune in, continue to rock with the bigs. You are On the Soil. What's in it for the Black People Media?
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. In my life, I've gone from cotton field to corporate boardroom. I've seen great success and walked many roads. I know how it feels not to have. I'm asking you to vote for me for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I can do the work that few others may understand. A vote for me is a step in the right direction for our state and our country.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
WIIFTBP.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Tax burden of the average middle-class American goes way beyond income taxes. There are sales taxes, real estate taxes, gasoline taxes, and many, many more. As an international businessman, I know that by reducing the billions of dollars we give to other countries, we could help fund our own country. We need to rethink our tax laws and lower the taxes for our own citizens.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
And you can tell them, May said, we want to know what's in it for the black people.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069. Or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Illinois have been crying out for justice, equality, and fairness from their government for years. And it keeps getting worse. Unfair taxes, laws that unjustly imprison nonviolent offenders. The rich get richer, and the everyday people suffer. It's time for a change, and with your help, I'm here to do it. I'm asking for your support as I run for U.S. Senator in 2020.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in it for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
WIIFTBP.
of the pen. How do I begin to tell you how deep I feel this love? Wish I could get a whole world a hug. Tears falling on the page, cause I love y'all, all y'all. I see our potential, our purpose, our worth is measured by what we do for others. Our sisters, our brothers, we're all one, we're connected. Our bond is electric like lightning dancing on concrete. We've been jolted out of our sleep. Our spirits have awakened, strengthened by all that's been taken. God ain't give us nothing we can't handle. Those egos go get handled. The greed dismantled. The fear that feeds the hate will be canceled. The love will be ample, endless. The energy we feeling is just a sample, cause we have so much more to give to this world.
We're here to change the world. We're here to change. We're still here. There's so much more to give. We're here to change the world. We're still here. There's so much love to give.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, out in the hallway talking to his fraternity brother, Reggie Jackson. I think Todd sent me off. Had me thinking I was getting ready to have a home run king running around this mug. Turned out, then he said he was working for the Drug Enforcement Agency. Turned out he worked for the DA, USDA.
I almost called off.
I was like, my cousin can't come. What's up? All right, y'all. It is Tell Me Something Good Friday. And, you know, we usually got theme music for Tell Me Something Good Friday. But I got to be honest with y'all. When I got this text, and I honestly, I've been going back and forth. And I'm going to tell you this, Jay. I've been going back and forth in my mind thinking about what kind of intro could we have for the morning show that would be powerful. That would be, and you know, you go through your mental Rolodex and you think about all the people that you know, and I was like, man, I was thinking to myself, I wish I could get Jay Ivy to do me an intro, like do some power, and then check it out. But then I was like, he famous now, right? He famous now. I was like, I'm a little nervous to be like, and then my phone, no, real talk, my phone hit, you know, sometimes, man, you know, in Chicago, you get that. You know how Chicago, you be like, man, you know, you get on one side of the room, you be like, man, I used to know. But Jay Ivy has always been my man since day one.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Hey, Jay, if you go in the studio right now, you can't see in that studio, but out in the hallway, the article from the Team Sprite is hanging up on the wall. That's how far we go back. So when it was time to do Tell Me Something Good Friday, and I looked down in my text, and my man had a new album out on Apple Music. I was like, well, he was like, when can I get on? When can you get on the show tomorrow? It's like, when man, I got some, can we Sonia, like, what we playing? Well, we gonna play the album, of course.
Right, I was like, which one first?
What you want to do?
The world?
Hey, come on.
You know what, this brother, let me tell you what, we go back. I remember when I first came to Chicago, and I was trying to make a name for myself, and we had put together a team, and you know, people like, who is this dude from Bolingbrook? Ain't nobody. I felt like Biz Marquis, right? You know, like in the Vapors. I was trying to be in everybody's team, and nobody would let me be on their team, so I started my own team. And in the process of that, we did a lot of things. We had Team Sprite. We did the Sprite mixtape. We did the Coca-Cola R&B compilation. We did Sprite mixtape 2. We did, you know what, Soul Train Music Awards, Sprite Awards, and everywhere, every step in Chicago, in my history, especially in my, you know, it's like 3 phases of Maze. And in the first phase of Maze, you can't write the first phase of Maze without mentioning this brother.
Wow.
And in the building today, after he been worldwide, and I just got to say this, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to let you tell the story. But let me tell you, I was watching, I feel like it was the Sugar Bowl. I was like, it was like the Orange Bowl. It was like the national championship. And you know how ABC they got the build up, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm talking about everybody and their mama is watching this game.
Yeah, this was the big one.
It was the biggest game in the country, and before it comes off, it's, and I, the poet of the century of the world, I must tell you that I flow, and you will win, and you will know.
That was good, Maze.
You will know.
Come on, Maze.
You will know.
I'm telling y'all.
Yo,
It was my man, Jay Ivy.
Man.
Then I'm sitting up at the Soho House one day, right? My man say, "Yeah, I want to introduce you to the new president of the Grammys." Straight up, what? I come around the corner, it's Jay Ivy, right? I'm like, man, I'm getting old in the world. About to be 50. You see, I got my gray on.
Are you for real?
About to be 50.
Wow.
See how you do? And then I get my mail. And in my mail, who is there? Jay Ivy. He the international spokesperson for AARP. And I say, this brother is doing this thing. And so when it came to do Tell Me Something Good Friday, I was like, we changing up the script. We got my man Jay Ivy in the building. Jay Ivy, what's up, bro? How you feeling this morning?
I'm fantastic, bro. Thank you, man. That's love, man. That's why I had to hit Maze. I was like, man, you got to hit this joint, man. And you've always, you've done so much for so many people in the city, like lifting the people up, pushing the culture forward. So I was like, I gotta hit Maze. So man, thank you first off for the love and man for the invitation. It's just dope to be here.
Hey Jason, well just stop. And his name is not Jason. That's my. You know I nickname everybody, and his name's Jay Ivy. And I
know my mama would be like, "Who is Jason?
Man, who the heck is Jason?" Let me tell y'all though. So Jay, I remember when I was thinking, I just was listening to the Sprite mixtape, and I was listening to the Visit Torques.
Ooh, I need a copy of that.
I got that. I'm gonna give it to you.
I definitely need a copy of that.
But I was thinking I remember back when we were back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and you and Malik Yusuf were talking about being poets, and I was like, but poets are so soft. And I was like, how you gonna make money being a poet? How can you be successful? You don't want to be a rapper? Like a rapper, man. Jay, talk to me about how the industry, how you were a forefather of this industry and made this thing happen, a living.
Man, well, I'll say first off, I'm one of the sons, cause I gotta show love to the last poets and Gil Scott Heron and all those folks that paved the way. And man, it's a blessing to be able to do what you love to do. You know, man, everybody would hit me with the poet. Are you a poet? To this day, I meet people. They be like, we get in the conversation like, oh, what you do? I'm like, I'm a poet. They're like, oh, okay, cool. What you do? I'm a poet. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But what do you do to make money? I'm like, I write poetry. Like that's I've been blessed to be put in a lot of amazing situations and meet a lot of amazing people, and I thank God for it every day because I know it's not common. A lot of people. They have their loves and their passions, but they're not always fortunate enough to make a living from it. So yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Jay. I'm gonna tell you when I really realized, and I know you blew up my internets.
Oh, word! What up, people?
Everybody and their mama out here
Good
trying
morning,
to get on. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, we out here.
So Jay, let me ask you this. Well, let me not ask you. I'm gonna tell you when I knew you were famous, right? So first of all, can I tell you, first of all, Jay is a part of a creative collective that comes from Chicago that I don't know if people understand. I remember when Tennille and I were representing Ringling Brothers, whenever we would touch down in New York, the first thing we would do was call Jay and Cootie, and we would be welcomed into this creative community of black folks from Chicago who was there. And
Amy Roos.
Amy Roos. Look, Amy Roos. We was doing we had the Madison Square Garden, but it was like Chicago doing our thing. But Jay, tell me about that creative collective, because out of that creative collective came Jay Ivy, came Kanye, came Cootie and Chike, came John. Y'all know he named John Legend? John Legend? What?
Yeah.
Go ahead, break it down.
All right, so the story goes. So Cootie, we was living in New York, and Kanye flew Cootie to L.A. This was after Kanye got in an accident. So he's working on the college dropout. Cootie calling me every day, like, get out here. So then he called me about the record Never Let Me Down. he was like, man, Kanye got this song with him and Jay-Z on it. He wanted to put a poet on it. And I told him he need to put J. Ivy on it. I'm in Brooklyn broke. Like, come on, dog. Like, that ain't funny. Because Cootie, he a funny dude. He was a comedian. Like, he did Comic View and all that. So I was like, come on, man, that ain't funny. He was like, no, dog, you need to get out here tomorrow if you can. I was like, oh, you for real? So he played a song for me over the phone, couldn't hear the words. He telling me what Jay-Z saying in his verse, telling me Kanye saying in his verse. So then I was like, man, he was like, get out here. I was like, I'm going to find a way. I hung up the phone. My first thought was, you need to write something right now. So I started, I wrote the first line. My mind just went blank. And I was like, no, God. I was like, I need a piece right now. I was like, please give me one right now. Put my hand back to the page, hands start moving, writing. So I wrote this full piece. I read over it 4 or 5 times. I called Cootie back in like 10 minutes, like, dog, listen to this. So I spit the poem from over the phone. He like, oh, man, it's crazy. Like, hold on. So he go in another room, and the music loud, people loud. So he like, Jay, I'm put you on speakerphone. Spit the poem again. So I spit it like I'd done it 1,000,000 times. When I finished, the room erupted. Everybody like, oh, man. I'm in Brooklyn broke by myself. Like, what's up? What's good? What's going on over there? So then I hear Kanye. Kanye like, man, Jay, spit it again. So I did a joint for like a half hour, the piece a minute long. So I did it over and over again. And Cootie, he finally got back on the phone. He's like, Jay, guess what? I'm like, what? He was like, Kanye flying you out here tomorrow. I was like, man, I found my way. So boom, fast forward, go to LA, record the song, which is featuring Jay-Z, the featuring Kanye, who we all knew was about to just be the biggest star in the world. And then I had this moment to do my thing. So I recorded. Then we listened to the song just over and over again. People coming in the studio, getting chills, tearing up. So then Kanye, he was like, you heard this singer named John Stevens? I was like, yeah, I've been hearing about him in New York. He was like, let me play you this song. So he plays this song. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. This beautiful, soulful record. So he was like, yeah, man, this is my artist. I was like, oh man, he about to blow up. So an hour later, I didn't even know he was in the studio. John Stevens walks in. I was like, yo, what's up, man? I'm J. Ivy. I'm a poet from Chicago. I was like, I heard your music. I was like, it sound like that music from the old school. I was like, it sound like the music my folks used to listen to. I was like, dog, you sound like one of the legends. I was like, you a legend. I said, matter of fact, that's what I'm going to call you from now on. I'm going to call you John the Legend, John Legend. So this just me and him talking. So a couple days later, we still in the studio in the lounge. There's like 10, 12 of us there. Tari Teray was there, my wife, Cootie, Malik was there. Then in walks John Stevens. So everybody shouting him out. Oh, John Stevens in the building. John Stevens in the house. What up, John Stevens? I was like, John Legend. And everybody looked at me. They looked back at him. And they was like, oh, man. And Kanye was the main one. You John Legend from now on. That's it. So that's how John Stevens got the name, John,
okay, I gotta
John
ask.
Legend.
I gotta ask. So there are musicals, there are songs, there are moments.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is, but I feel like there are very few songs that give me a physical reaction. The song that you talked about and that piece that you did is probably one of the most inspirational things even to this day. Like when I'm riding my whip and I done got the car wash, got a fresh haircut, and that Kanye song comes on and your part comes on, it be goosebumps, like literally. Wow. I'll be like, damn. So I'm going to ask, I don't know if you'll do it for me.
Oh, come on, man.
I feel like
Maze
the people, I feel like the people need to understand. So look, they done quoted you. You
come
see,
on, man.
This Facebook Live, they on Facebook Live.
What up?
Look, that is, hold on, let me see who that was.
Come on now.
That was Donald Harris.
So,
What
Jay,
up, Donald Harris? Peace, my brother.
Jay, I'm tell you like this. I stopped all commercials. There will be no commercials. This is your last. Can I please get it? Please.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Please.
Absolutely.
Then you can give me something new. But this one,
yeah,
I need just for Maze Jack morning show. Can I get my phone out there?
Absolutely, man.
Hold on, I need this for not the broadcast. I need this for myself.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is history. I'm ready, Jay. Go.
Yo, so we gonna dedicate this one to my brother, big brother, Maze Jackson. This is Never Let Me Down. Get up, I get down. Get up, I get down. Get up, I get. Get up, I get. We all here for a reason on a particular path.
You don't need a curriculum to know that you're a part of the math. Cats think I'm delirious, but I'm so damn serious. That's why I expose my soul to the globe, the world. I'm trying to make it better for these little boys and girls. I'm not just another individual. My spirit is a part of this, that's why I get spiritual. But I get my hymns from him, so it's not me, it's he that's lyrical. I'm not a miracle, I'm a heaven-sent instrument. My mathematic regiment navigates melodic notes to your soul and your mental. That's why I'm instrumental. Vibrations is what I'm into. Yeah, I need my loot by rent day, but that ain't what gives me the heart of Kunta Kinte. I'm trying to give us free like Senke. I can't stop. That's why I'm hot. Determination, dedication, motivation. I'm talking to you, my many inspirations, why I say I can't let you or self down. If I were on the highest cliff, on the highest rift, and you slipped off the side and clinched onto your life in my grip, I would never, ever let you down. And when these words are found, let it be known that God's penmanship has been signed with a language called love. That's why my breath is felt by the deaf, and why my words are heard and confined to the ears of the blind. I too dream in color and in rhyme, so I guess I'm one of a kind in a full house, because whenever I open my heart, my soul, or my mouth, a touch of God reigns out. Get up, I get down, get up,
Woo!
I get down.
Y'all don't know nothing about that. Look what you did to the world, man. You did it to the world.
Man,
hey,
much
y'all.
love. What up, Sean J?
Look,
much
y'all.
love.
Jay, so now you got.
Philip, what up?
I'm telling you. There they go. There
That's
they go.
love, bro.
There they go.
Thank
Look,
you,
you can
man.
see them. There they go.
Thank you, man.
There they
wow.
go.
Wow.
Jay, that is the past, but talk to me about the future. Man, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
and thank you.
Yeah.
That's the past, but Jay, you never stopped. What's the future?
Yeah.
What's
Man,
going on?
Man,
Talk
the
to me.
future is right now. I just released my newest album, Catching Dreams, and this is man, it's a project I was really like super excited to share with people, share with the world. Put a lot of love into it. It features some of the most amazing musicians and artists, including my beautiful, beautiful wife, Tari Teray. Today is actually our 15-year anniversary.
Happy 15th anniversary. So, Ma, you better tell her. You got something dedicated on the album for her? Because if so, what you got? You want something on the play?
Can we play Heaven on Earth today?
We can play Heaven on Earth.
Play that for Tari Teray.
Let's get it. We can get it. Jay, I think,
Yeah,
I got the super producer, so she'll make everything in the world happen. Miss Sonia Escobar, the musical conductor. I'm going to tell y'all.
Yeah, man.
Jay, she ready. Go ahead,
She
Jay.
ready? This is from Catching Dreams. This is Heaven on Earth featuring Rail and Edith Yoakley. Everybody stream that album. Stream that album.
I have to start by saying this is straight from the heart. My soul, the one I wear on my sleeve, is my favorite tattoo. I've been tatted by truth, the simple symbol that reminds me of you. Now love letters get published by your ears are burning because your name stays on my tongue, hun. I speak it proudly, followed by that's my baby, cause lately I've been having revelations about our relations.
This is the way that heaven must feel.
You know, when I didn't think that I could climb any higher.
Never thought I'd find something so real.
I found you, the lead singer in God's choir. Girl, take my hand, let's chit-chat about our past. Sit back and rerun our lives simultaneously with a screensaver that pulls up old photographs, cause they didn't think that we would last. Look at us now, they don't know how we did it. We could give a class, counsel, write a book, talk about all the hard work it took. We gave, our love was saved. We dug deep into each other to find out that the surface hasn't even been scathed.
Girl, you're my sunshine, you light my way.
My path is so clear now.
Boy, you seem like you
on,
sound
man.
like you in love.
Come
First of
on,
all,
man.
Ruthie over here like, let me give it to you.
I feel so single right
Yeah.
now. Congratulations. 15 years. I felt that. I felt that.
Thank you. Oh,
Hey, man, that was 15 years. I used to say, like, man, who cares about this poetry stuff? But
Yeah.
Jay Ivy, man, he made it something. You know what? What else you got, Jay? What else do you want the people to hear? What else? What other tracks are you proud of?
We going? I'm the whole
Man,
joint.
well, hold on. Let me check this out. You got 5 minutes.
I got 5
so
minutes.
you can go through, huh? So
Off in Chicago. That one's mine.
Oh,
which one?
Off in Chicago.
Come on, let's hear it. Let's get it.
So this also featuring Tari. Well, that one didn't, but this one features Tari Teray. This is Off in Chicago. Shout out to McKelly Jameson. McKelly wrote the hook.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Off in Chicago. Chi-Town, what it do? Love y'all, man. Catching dreams, streaming now. Get that. Tell a friend. Yeah.
That hawk out here today. So cold you can feel it in your bones. What they say? It's gonna snow, then be 20 below. I guess hell just froze over.
Come on.
Where we going? We don't know. Those winds are blowing so cold. Up in Chicago.
Shout out to Marshall Knight.
Chi-Town.
Marcel Jean. Brandon Collins.
Oh, Zajay.
Yeah. What's up, Tanil? I see you. Much love, sis.
Up in Chicago.
Chi-Town. This is no ordinary story. You see, this is a tale about a big, small town. A town that somehow sits in the center of the nation, the center of the world, the center of the map. Mississippi's stepchild. DuSable's baby, a gangster's paradise that's home of the highest concentration of blacks. And in the beginning, the west side and the south side is where you would find them at.
Come on now.
You see, the story starts in M.I. crooked letter where the great migration began. Some headed up south for opportunity, some ran got ran up off their land. Ex-slaves and sharecroppers whose only plan was to take care of they fam. So they left the picks and tractors behind and became factory workers and teachers, mechanics, nurses, and preachers who broke their neck just trying to make it check to check. Feeling stressed cause they can't turn their pennies into dollars. So after the job, they would hit the lounge for a drink where the legends would sing the blues to the blue collar.
Come on, Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, catching dreams. Come on, Tari Teray. Yeah.
Chi-Town.
What we teaching?
What we teaching?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I'm happy in the
Man, what else can we get?
Woo, Jay Ivy up in the Ruthie. We need a Ruthie cam because your face is around here like. Well,
matter of fact,
don't cry, Ruthie.
Don't trip now.
Say what up to the people, Ruthie.
Hey, Jay,
you know what? I was gonna say play Fall Don't Trip.
So let's get to. Can we move it? Move it faster so we can get in because I can't go till 9:30. Now maybe Dawn will bring you back and you can stay with Dawn and I don't have a problem with y'all hanging out. But come on, give me one more song.
Touches the stars. We built other galaxies. You still trying to get to Mars. No conscience for those that got it hard. We're regaining consciousness.
We know exactly who we are.
Hey y'all. This was Tell Me Something Good Friday. You know what? I'm going to tell you, starting Tuesday, Mike Love, The Diz, Chicago Famous, 3 to 6 every single day, broadcasting from the What's In It for the Black People studios. I am your host, Maze Jackson. I'm going to tell y'all what. We got Todd Stroger, who is out right now. Say what's up to my girl, Ruthie Moore. We appreciate you. Sonia Escobar, the music conductor of the Soul Plane. Hey, y'all, to my man, Jay Ivy in the building, who has been representing since we've been back since 1997.
Save the art.
Let me tell you what. Representing. Hey, this needs to be. You listen to me when I tell you this needs to be the next Poet Laureate of Illinois. They said we don't have anybody since Gwendolyn Brooks. Jay Ivy is the epitome of poetry in the country. Let me tell y'all what, this has been a great show. Every single day I'm asking the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, still tell them.